Hey, you. What's that sound? I need to center this thing a little better. There we go. I need to also scooch myself. Wow, that's up really loud. There we go. Brought it down a little bit. Hello! Oh, don't you all love watching me do tech work live? Hello to everybody. My name's Tom. Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. This is Off the Grid. We're a couple times a month. I gather all the various folks from all the various platforms together, and we watch some weird wrestling that I have found on the internet. Hello to everybody in the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club, aka the chat, across YouTube, across Twitter, and Twitch. So many folks here. I'm so glad to have you all. Let's begin and or end the week on a high note, depending on however you believe the week is. Listen to that trumpet. I love it. Or saxophone. Anyway, before we go forward, we'll be watching IWA Championship Wrestling, Rob Russen's promotion that taped TV in Florida in 1990. We'll get to that in a second, but first, shout out to all the members of the Weirdo Empire, aka my YouTube members, all you fine folks, and I'm about to add somebody because I just got a notification before we went live that Adam Luce has joined the Weirdo Empire. Thank you all so much. You're all great, all of you in your various ways. Again, I've established it on WCW Deep Cuts Live. We won't be reading out every name anymore. I feel like that's just eating up time. Where did I go? There I am. But thank you all so much. I appreciate you a ton. And at the end of the stream, we'll have some news about our monthly members only stream coming up this week. And spoiler, it will not be on Sunday like it normally is. Frickin' Tony Khan. What a jerk. Having to counter-program me yet again. But we'll get to that here in a bit. Also, since I've last been live on YouTube, 2 long-form videos I've put up. I did a video about some of my favorite WCW jobbers. Again, I prefer to call them enhancement talent, but YouTube prefers that other word. As well as a video about my favorite wrestling show ever, the November 1991 WCW Clash of the Champions. So yeah, so we're gonna, I would really love if everybody watched those, liked, subscribed, commented. Yeah, because that would be neat. I just recorded both video and audio for the third video. I have no idea when it's going to go out. I don't know when I'll have time to edit it. So we'll see when that comes out. But yeah, right now it's been 4 minutes. I've been talking to you for 4 minutes. We have not watched a second of wrestling. I think we need to fix that. Let's go.
I'll explain it to you at length.
Alright, so just FYI, this first episode, the audio's a little choppy at times, but once it has the first episode, it's a little better. Also, I need to change that credit. I did not get this from Roy. I got this from a channel called Chops, I do believe. This is the IWA Light Heavyweight Tournament.
A couple of guys that have already voiced an interest in getting involved in the IWA Junior Heavyweight Tournament. David Isley, certainly. Hitman Stetson's already in there. But
Hitman Stetson. Tony the Hitman Stetson.
Chavo and Hector. All 3 of the Flying Guerrero brothers, all 3 of Los Tres Hermanos, have said that they would like a piece of the IWA Junior Light Heavyweight title.
I'm trying to find where I got this from. Yes, Chop's video.
Yeah, he is.
I have to actually credit folks properly.
Keep your eyes on Isley. He's got a move called the Carolina Roll. It's very impressive. Nice.
Well, I'm glad to have you, Sean Drox. And yeah, Green Boy, I need to get Noli trained in DaVinci or Adobe Premiere. He did some yard work for me earlier. Earned some money. Yes, Lee Marshall and Diamond Dallas Page on commentary.
Later on tonight's show, you're going to see Ivan Koloff, former WWF heavyweight champion of the world. Nice block by Isley.
Yeah. I like Isley. He's very,
I'll tell you what, the little cricket put on quite a show.
What the fuck did he just call him?
The little cricket.
The little cricket.
I think the Hitman is just a slow start.
Roy Lucier is a great follow. I just have to credit folks properly. He has so much stuff on YouTube that I thought that he had uploaded this, but it was not him. Sam Porter, that is Tony the Tiger, Lee Marshall with DDP on commentary. He crotched him into a cradle.
Very close. If he's a slow starter, DDP, he better shift it into overdrive. He better do it now.
I don't know much about the one.
I always thought it was funny that they said that Lee Marshall was a women's wrestling specialist in WCW.
Talk about Ivan Koloff.
He,
Man who beat Bruno Sammartino for the WWF
just
heavyweight
no backing behind it.
there with Cousin Luke.
I agree. Lee Marshall is great. I'm with you.
Mississippi.
Hogwaller. You're going to notice here DDP is very DDP.
I'll tell you, it ain't going to be no day at the pig farm for old Cousin Luke today against Ivan, baby.
Drop by Tony Stetson.
God, I know they taped some of the shows at Pleasure Island in Florida. I forget the name of this venue, though. Yes, exactly, Brian. Lee Marshall was the women's wrestling expert because he was the biggest pervert on the broadcasting team. And think about that. Think about what that covers.
David Isley down and hit man Tony Stetson now going to work on the North Carolinian. 1, 2, kick out at 2.
Here comes the Hitman.
Yeah, you were right.
Hey, he's ready. I can tell as soon as I see him out there. I don't know much about him, but
Referee's got to get him off the ropes.
Referee has his wrists taped.
He's wearing all Isley down there.
Another elbow by Isley. Third elbow by the little cricket. Break of the eye.
What the fuck? What type of name is Little Cricket? GM Spectre, this is post AWA. Essentially the AWA stopped running shows, and the guys who didn't go to the WWF or WCW came here.
The man's nickname is the Little Cricket.
I'll call him Jimmy. You call him whatever you want.
I'm glad that it's not like just a nickname that the announcers are enthusiastic about. Like, they too are like, what the fuck is this man who refers to himself as a little cricket? No, not little prick, little cricket. Little prick would almost be better. The little prick, David Isley.
As much as I hate to say it, I think you're right. You know how it pains me to have to agree with you in any way, DDP.
Like I've told you before, you don't have to like it, you don't have to love it. But
the referee looks like Peter Brady from the Brady Bunch reunion movies in like the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, it did look a little bit like the flying burrito.
When he was like a race car driver or something.
I don't understand that Cavalier cover at all, Marshall.
David Isley's little ponytails powering him up. Hey, Cecil. Y'all need to go check out the Roast of Mystery Wrestling, written by our old pal Cecil Nix. Go check that out after we're done tonight. It's a brilliant piece of work over on the Mystery Wrestling YouTube channel. Thought Cecil nailed the voices of all the individual characters very well. Little Spike Dudley, when he was the bully or the boss or whatever, in like 2004, WWE, they should have called him the little prick. I think DDP was with Kimberly, yes. It was so much better than the WWE roast. I cannot tell you, but I don't want to spoil anything for you. Agreed, Mikey. Mystery Wrestling is amazing. I'll go check out the Mystery Wrestling Patreon, all the shows, and then once a month they stream live for free on Evil Uno's Twitch channel.
In case you're wondering, no, there is nothing
Yeah, thankfully nobody got canceled. I
Yeah,
thought there were a couple parts where I'm like, yeah, you guys, you're going a bit far. Hey, Jack Reeve, hello, over on YouTube. Yes, this does look like 1979. That's the thing with wrestling, is there's like every show you watch in this period, there's like a 15-year time period of what it actually could be from. This is the exciting light heavyweight division, by the way. Wait, what? No, wait, he like, what? What was that finish? I'm so confused. No, he didn't. Tony Stetson like got his ass kicked and then just won. Also, shout out to Tank Top Cameraman in the corner. That's how you know this is in Florida. If Hogan was such an addict and abuser of steroids, dude, look at him now. He looks fucking terrible. I look fucking terrible. But Hulk Hogan, okay, he did hold the tights. I was wrong. I have bad eyesight. Whoever was the first one to say that Hulk Hogan in 2025 looks like one of those extreme close-ups from Ren and Stimpy is like dead on.
Hi, everybody. Lee Marshall.
They got perverts.
Jerry Lawler, the undisputed unified heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah, so he's still defending the AWA title, even though it's not wrapped up in that belt anymore.
Unifying the championship.
That's exactly right, and I just want to make.
I think Larry Zbyszko had already won it.
Out there understand exactly what this prestigious title means. This is a unified world
look at
heavyweight
that
championship. This means that any wrestler anywhere in the world can come in and take.
This is Lawler's selling point for this belt. It was not held down by promotional barriers. Who's the biggest pervert? Lawler, just because I believe Lee Marshall likes his women mature. Oh God, I hope, yes, I am voting in your favor, Cecil, to get that done. There needs to be Mystery Wrestling, Freestyle Wrestling. And it needs to be called something like that, with like 2 wrestlings in the title.
Know that my door is wide open. All they have to do is put their name on the dotted line,
that would be great.
I'll beat them 1, 2,
I hope
3.
that gets done.
That's why I'm the champion.
Well, the man's done it so far, and that, my friends, is the truth.
Jerry with the slight mullet? That's more than slight.
IWA Championship Wrestling is on tour all around the country.
This is the most like chill voiceover for a wrestling commercial I've ever heard.
County or local fair or an organization.
If you all would please support IWA Championship Wrestling, it would mean so much to me.
4447 for all the details.
Yeah, if anybody wants to call Rob Russen right now, just let him know, hey, we're doing some zings, making some bing bongs.
PO Box 49827, Sarasota, Florida 34230. Bring all the stars in action of IWA Championship Wrestling to your town.
That's the giant from the Yukon who appears to be 6'1". I love it.
Gentlemen, currently in the ring at this
Holy
time,
shit, look at Richard Karn, the ring announcer.
From Mount Olympus, Titan Taz Apollo.
Titan Taz Apollo, that's from Mount Olympus. And it's just a guy, hey. But hey, he wrestles. Okay, this guy is great. Titan Taz Apollo is fantastic. Congrats on graduating from college, Hackles. My wife also applauds you, Hackles. Congrats, congrats. Brian, your ring announcer and Oak Ridge boy. Yukon Jack, who's wearing a bathrobe. Oh my God, the referee, that's gotta be the smallest referee I've ever seen. That's Joel Goodhart. Okay, I've heard Joel Goodhart's not in good health these days. Yeah, those are some fuzzy slippers. It appears as if they have found 2 minis to play the other wrestler and referee, so that this 5'10" hairy man can be a giant.
This is the guy I was telling you about, 6'9" Yukon Jack.
6'9". If he's 6'9", I'm like 7'2".
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
What just happened to the feed? Whoa.
Look at the power of this man.
Why the fuck? I've tried to fix the Twitch thing for Off the Grid for weeks and it still will not work. Let me look up who just hopped on. Matt P, thank you. Thank you, Matt P, for re-upping that sub.
He's throwing left hands at the Yukon man.
The Yukon man. Yeah, Rob Russen was really up the newsletter's asses. He was like proto-Paulie. Those pants that Yukon Jack was wearing, I thought they were jeans.
I think I heard 2 or 3 ribs cracking there, brother.
Could have. Look at this.
Oh God!
DDP, I will be amazed.
What the fuck?
When he's got him down, brother. And this man kicks out on
Like I
his
thought it was
feet.
gonna be like this
Into the ropes goes.
slam that he lays it, and then it's like, oh, is it a Michinoku driver? Nope, just fucking throw the dude.
Oh my.
God, imagine. Yeah, it was still kind of safe. He completely lost control of a man who's a third of his size. Oh.
That's all she wrote. He didn't even need to kick that leg. Beautiful.
Midnight Fowler, thank you for re-upping your Prime sub. Sorry the thing's not popping up on the screen. I have about had it with OBS tonight.
Instant replay here.
Well, now, I don't know what they're going to show us on instant replay.
Oh, they're gonna show the slam. I hope so.
Up like a rag doll, holding him up there, demonstrating his power. He could have pressed him 3 or 4 times easily.
Oh God, oh God, oh God.
Easily.
At one point, he just threw him over his back.
The bottom line is
I love how he's like, yeah! I didn't kill him this time.
And then the body power slam, all 327 pounds.
I agree, Cecil.
Down on the man's back. He didn't even
I love,
need to hold
yes,
up.
when a wrestler,
3 minutes ago.
you hit a big move, 1, 2, okay, what do I do next? Oh, Irish whip.
Hi, everybody. Lee Marshall, along with my partner, Diamond Dallas Page, for a whole lot of years. We've been
Ghost of
together.
Bert Prentice, my
Play-by-play of
dude.
the greatest sport in the
Thank
entire
you,
world.
thank
But
you,
now I
thank
understand you're
you.
thinking about getting back into the managerial ranks, Mr.
God,
Page.
look at
Did I say
DDP's
Why,
jacket
it's
here.
just rumor.
Did I say that?
Well, no, you didn't know.
When I want to let the world know, brother, that I'm getting back into professional wrestling management, the most prolific manager of our time, the new breed of professional wrestling management, brother.
DDP's like 36 at this point or something.
The women's world champion.
That's true.
Brother, I have since retired now, back to taking that easy.
It
down
is,
like you
it's
guys.
disconcerting to see Lee Marshall
You
freshly
can
shaved.
Them. You can hide that this is Lee you're talking to. I happen to know you're
Yeah,
talking
don't
to Kurt
jerk
Beers.
him around.
Remember, I know
Don't
you
jerk
could
people off.
manage the man.
Beers and I go back a long way. Back to the
That's not a
dynamite,
nice
brother.
thing
But
to
the bottom line
brag
is,
about.
I'm not managing him
I
right
go
now.
back a long
I'm not
way with the
managing world
apartheid
champion.
guy.
I'm just being Diamond Dallas Page
With the
and
with
I
the
am
really
nobody else
racist
can.
When you do
guy.
decide to say something, you'll tell me, won't you?
Jack Grave, that was IWCCW. We watched a little bit of that a while ago on Off the Grid. I'm sure we'll watch more in the future. Ultimate Male and Noel. God, I am so excited to see what that is. Agreed, Ghost of Bert Prentice. He needs the mustache to not creep me out. Yeah, this aired on Sports Channel America. So this actually did kind of have national coverage through a bunch of different regional channels. Dirty Dick Flanagan.
And coming to the ring area at this time,
He's so shady they won't even give him a one shot.
weighing in at 237 pounds.
Oh God.
Accompanied to the ring by his manager, Noel. Ladies and gentlemen,
Letters to Noel.
Steel.
The ultimate. Wait, did he say his name is Lance Steele? Wasn't that a Chikara guy? Dirty Dick versus Clean Dick. Oh my God. The music. And it's this guy who got that music.
Preston Steele, the ultimate male. In there with
Preston
Noel.
Steele, the ultimate male. And it's
Dirty Dick Flanagan.
just a guy that works second shift at a bumper making factory.
DDP. At least so much as you might want to comment to it. Preston Steele, who claims to be the ultimate male, says he wants the ultimate tag team partner.
So I think he's supposed to be a heel, except the fans went fucking nuts for him when he came out. A fake weight kin. Thank you. Thank you so much for the follow. Glad to have you. Yeah, there were plenty of IWAs. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. So he is a babyface. Even though his gimmick is, I am a hot blonde dude and I fuck a lot. Yeah, I think this is Truth Magnum's dad. So I love that old Dirty Dick McGraw or whatever his name is had like a normal name, but he wore a mask. Yeah, I have no idea. It was a very no yes type of sequence. That's right, Lance. There were two different Lance Steels and Chikara, and they teamed together. Like, is his name Dirty Dick because he's like a sex offender? And if his face is shown, he gets arrested?
I mean, he's got it embroidered on the back of his tights, so it must be some validity to it.
And these people love him. Can you imagine being that cocky and they love him?
These people love the Ultimate Male and Noel.
Well, I will say this about Preston Steele. He comes out here with a valet, the lovely Noel.
Let me tell you what I know about this wrestler is just whatever we've seen in the last 2 minutes.
Always tries to stay within the boundaries of the rule book.
So, he calls himself the Ultimate Male. He's a real piece of shit, but he doesn't cheat. That is Mick Foley's daughter's name, Noelle. Apparently, her and Frank the Clown are getting married soon. I found out last month. Oh, alright. Also, I love an enhancement match where the job guy gets to just beat the shit out of the star.
He's grabbing onto his shorts there. Oh, backdrop.
Back suplex and down goes the
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I thought it was like...
Like I said.
Wait, you're not big or strong enough to do the fucking throw deal, the warlord kick out. I think he's the Ultimate Male because, like, he's with Noelle. Maybe he's a butt eater. Like, the Ultimate Male Preston Steele looks like if... Oh, hey, he did a Chikara thing. That's the shoulder roll that every Chikara guy did. Okay, Cecil with the factoids. He says, I don't know how accurate cage match is here, but apparently Preston Steele did a fake goat doink gimmick, of course, and also wrestled a match 6 months ago. I sure hope so. Hey, that was a good thing. Oh God, what is he gonna do here? Oh yeah, Vader bomb. There we go. Hey, he couldn't do a backdrop. Couldn't really do an Irish whip. He looks like, God, the principal from Ferris Bueller that got canceled for being a creep. God, what's his name? He's a redhead, but this guy was, like, if you dyed this guy's hair red, it would look like him. God, what is his name? Yeah, he could do a perfect Vader bomb, a perfect top rope drop kick. Cannot do an Irish whip. Jeffrey Jones, yes, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thousands of men.
Oh, it's Jules Strongbow.
Only a handful have achieved the status of becoming legendary. This man, Chief Jules Strongbow, has achieved that status. Along with his brother Jay, they became tag team champions of the world in the WWF when they defeated the team of Mr. Saito and Mr.
Lee Marshall loves name dropping WWF trivia.
Challengers and a long list
Jeffrey Jones. That's what the Ultimate Male looks like.
Every place I've gone since that time, people have said, "Are you the new one?" Are you the new carrier? Are you the new man to carry the Strongbow
Are you the
legend on
new
into
one?
history again? That's
Everywhere
right.
I go,
The
people
youngest
are
one is
fucking
here, and I'm carrying the
racist.
name on. Not
Are you
only
the
am I
new
carrying it
one?
on all over the United States, but we're going all over the world. From now on, people can expect to see me any place they want to look. And especially all my friends
Any
in
place
Europe,
they want to
I'm
look?
looking forward to making my first time visit over there.
He's gonna
So
be
Lawler,
at Wendy's in the
Babs,
morning when I get
Beers,
breakfast.
Look out.
Yeah, we do not
Fingers on his
confuse
wife.
pervert Jeff Jones with my pal, ECW manager, AEW social media guy, Jeff Jones. I like Jeff. Some people don't like Jeff. I like Jeff a lot. He's a sweetie pie, in my opinion. There we go, Ivan Koloff to liven up the joint.
He is the former WWF champion.
Seriously, they have a boner for the WWF. Number one, Jeff Jones. Referee's just straight up checking on his balls.
Lawler, Mississippi. He is the former WWF member of the Hillbilly Clan.
That was such an awkward sentence. A former WWF member of the Hillbilly Clan. One hell of a match. Oh god. This isn't just a regular hillbilly. He was a WWF hillbilly. Oh my god, you need to get Uno on that. When you wrestle a London Lightning and your loser leaves mystery match coming up, he needs to be announced as, was it Roderick Strong he wrestled on Rampage once?
If Cousin Luke is the America's dream out here, all America's got to offer, we're in bad shape because the Russian
Like, this looks like a fight at the old folks' home.
A big Russian bear, Ivan Koloff. This is the man.
Hey, Gary, I apologize if it's not the traditional Jerry or Gary. I have a hard time pronouncing it.
Now there's a heads-up move by Koloff.
Yeah, that's a good point, Cecil. I assume London was like, listen, I have this great body, but like I don't want to do this anymore. So I assume the opposite. I assume London's like, I'm done. I'm gonna go be like beautiful somewhere else.
That defeated the legendary Bruno Sammartino for the WWF Heavyweight Championship of the world.
And quite easily,
Like,
I might add.
the video quality is shitty enough that it looks
I was there.
like the hillbilly, is it Cousin Luke, I think it is, has like grill marks all over his naked body.
Show the replay if you're gonna deny it.
I'd be glad to show the replay.
I'd be glad to show the replay.
Make me look stupid.
Yeah, Ryan, I'm with you. It was like a fishnet top, or like I said, just grill marks. Like he just got filleted.
It comes naturally.
Now listen to this.
Hillbilly Festus. My favorite Hillbilly Festus line from a PWI magazine. I forget why they were writing about Hillbilly Festus, but the author was like, you know, he's one letter off from being a real controversial point in some of those southern states.
As his nephew Nikita Koloff has explained from time to time,
Dude, hillbillies love being stereotyped.
trial and torment and tribulation in that part of the world as the Lithuanians struggle for their freedom.
Oh, so Koloff's the guy that
I think the hillbillies now are just like trashy people.
Well, I agree with
Like
that. He is one of the
a 2025 hillbilly gimmick is like that Hollywood Haley J gal. That's a 2025 hillbilly gimmick.
Go to the head there, knocking Luke right to his knee. He's gonna hit him in the stomach. He better pack a lunch and bring a flashlight. So this is gonna be a long night hitting him in the stomach.
big thunder.
Is the hillbilly wearing just socks?
This is quite obvious. Luke was going there.
Oh, rake of the eyes. That would have been, if Russo was able to bring in hillbillies, their stable would have just been called the Inbreds. Yes.
To the midsection. Into the turnbuckle where the
Oh god, I thought he was gonna fall out of the ring. I would have lost my mind if he fell out of the ring off of that.
That's right. You're right. I saw that when Luke was throwing him
2025 commie gimmick? Let's be like a radical leftist. Progressive hillbilly. Dude, I imagine there's a guy living in a hut somewhere in Appalachia who's like, you know what? If someone in their heart of hearts knows that they are not the gender that their body is, just let them do it.
There's the genius of Koloff. He knows he's got
Orion, there was one. It was a Kurt Hitting in the West Texas Rednecks. Hey, refs is Wizards. Retribution was supposed to be Antifa, which is the funniest fucking shit.
That's disgusting.
Vince McMahon saw a Fox News report about Antifa and is like, we need that. They're gonna be bad guys on our show.
Cousin Luke's face.
Well, now that you mention it, I guess not. That is disgusting.
Yeah, that is a lady's bathing suit. That's a good observation, Jonathan. I wasn't even thinking it. Oh. But no, those are not socks. He's wearing like white sneakers, which is a odd choice for a hillbilly.
He's out on his feet. Koloff.
Oh god! Oh, okay, that was safe. Oh bullshit! Over the top rope. Ugh. Why are we doing that rule? That is Ivan. Yes, Al.
Watch out, here they come. Watch yourself.
Hillbilly dude's. He's shocked. He's one of those big guys that's like shockingly light on his feet. Like he's not. I wouldn't say he's technically great, but he moves around well. Cousin Luke. Yeah, Cousin Luke couldn't do a job. Is that a cop? A cop just got involved in the pull apart. He's like, who do I shoot? Hey, Cousin Luke wins. Okay, so you can either be the Cousin Luke or Hillbilly Luke. You can't be both. That's too much. Let's just shoot the darkest corner of the building. Like the fact that he sticks the landing on that is very impressive. It is. I explained that at the beginning, Refs is Wizards. This first episode's like that, and then it gets better. Yeah, I tried to fix it, and it just could not get it. I did the best I could. It was worse before I messed with it.
IWA Championship Wrestling is on tour all around the country and all over the world.
Surfer dudes, beware! I love these bumpers. Yeah, whoever taped this just wanted to get to the wrestling. Yeah, no worries, Refs is Wizards. Yeah, it'll get better. So he's a surf Nazi? That seems like a movie that would have been on Up All Night with Rhonda Shearer. Surf Nazis.
You're gonna see a lot of things from him.
So wait, which one of them is the one that hates surfers?
Oh, very nice stunt. Whoa, and do a flying drop kick. Good move by Chris the Edge Evans.
Wait, his name is Chris the Edge Evans?
He was feeling a little bit cocky, a little full of himself.
Does he team with a guy named Ryan the Christian Slater? Also, that's Carmine Despirito at ringside, the creator. I know him because he used to pop up in IWA Mid-South as a manager in the early to mid-2000s shows I would go to. But he was a long-time magazine photographer and manager. But the problem with him as a manager is he's like 6'4". Like when he wrestled for IWA, or when he managed for IWA Mid-South, he was only able to manage 2 guys because everybody else was way shorter than him.
Do you want to know whose jacket that is he's wearing? Give it to him by...
Not particularly, but who gave him the jacket?
Classy Freddie Blassie.
Is that right?
That's a fact.
Oh, God.
Classy Freddie Blassie gave him one of his...
Oh, I love it when dudes put their opponent's arms between their legs and do like the ball jump thing.
Always listen to you. I don't have to agree with you all the time, but at least I
You
listen to
surf
you,
and
which is more
turf.
than a lot of people do.
I want you to watch Beach. He's manhandling. He's manhandling this boy.
Shout out Scott
He's got
Coker.
him into an arm bar. He's hardly manhandling him. I mean, he's put a couple of nice moves on him. I mean, now we get into the area of manhandling. Now I'm impressed. Well, now
Lee Marshall very impressed by manhandling.
Now Chris Evans, the Edge, going to work on Sunday Beach.
The Edge, Chris Evans. I feel like I'd see him on like a 2025 indie show. He gives off those vibes.
Four-time World Tag Team Champions, the Wild Samoa.
Oh, I thought he was saying that Chris the Edge Evans was a tag champion. Shout out Dick McGavin. Thank you for following over on Twitch.
It's going to be scary.
Oh, no kidding.
I have no idea how a heel lifeguard has not happened yet. They're all baby faces. That's right, yeah, DDP managed Pat Tanaka in the AWA and had made no effort. Oh! Oh! His head came that close to paralyzing him.
He lost him too on it. He lost him too.
Did you hear DDP? Oh, he lost him on it. Oh, he fucked that one up. We need more commentators. It'll just straight up say, he botched that one. He doesn't know how to do that move.
The Edge is having a bad day at the beach.
And look at that. The Creator slapped him.
I think he spit at the Creator.
All right, First Wrestling does have a heel lifeguard. Thank you, Bungie the Tree. To the Tree. Shane Black. But somebody's doing it. Lifeguards are heels.
Tampa, if you will. That's for, I know Sonny hangs out of Clearwater quite a bit. One of my favorite dolls, diamond doll searching,
Suplex, Chris the Edge Evans, he comes from Trenton, New Jersey, and I don't know what
exactly. Great first chat paragraph there. Definitely 90s wrestling. Hey, dude, I might break your neck out there, but it's gonna get over, brother. Welcome, Dick.
I don't call that futility. He's coming back on beach.
I'm glad that the chat's just become everybody writing surf Nazi movies. I love it.
I don't know where Peach's head out there. He must have saw some surfer babe and her fans out there.
Yeah, these ropes are something. Not quite WrestleMania 1. But the content creator. I feel like there's a lot of folks doing a content creator. And I saw a guy, there's a guy in, I think in New York, that like has a lavalier mic on during his matches now. So he can make TikToks while he wrestles.
Yeah, I know. People are wondering, what was the pause in the action? We had a photographer, I think, from Australia come by.
That move
No, I saw it.
What?
Tremendous reverse suplex by Beach, and he picks him up.
Oh, that's Sunny Beach. I couldn't tell who that was.
He caught him off guard.
Why the fuck is Sunny Beach just wearing a blue singlet?
But I think Sunny has got it together now, man.
Gonna take him downtown, you think?
That's got to be where the inexperience of the creator. That told his man to cover the man, but he's got to teach him a lesson because he's...
Wow.
Good point, Jack. Yeah, that guy's name should be the content creator.
Beach apparently moving in for the kill.
Sunny Beach of like 1,000 matches with Mick Foley fame. Yeah, they tape TV in Florida, even though most of the talent's from like Pennsylvania and Ohio. Rob Russen's the promoter. 3, 4, 5. It's like a lot of like Pennsylvania and Ohio indie guys with all the dudes that just lost their AWA jobs.
Just trying to get some camera time.
I'll tell you what, that looked like high tide, baby, and here comes
High tide, baby.
tidal wave.
Oh,
Double sledge into the back of the
no,
cage.
that can't be your finisher.
Only a
Okay.
2 count, he said no. Oh, he's sadistic, DDP. This kid's got a mean streak in him.
This kid. I love when announcers call the wrestlers kid. AWA was pretty much kaput by this point, yes, Matt.
Sort of a version of the Freddie Blassie neckbreaker, but not quite.
No, it wasn't.
Somebody can throw that neckbreaker on like classy Freddie.
Oh, what?
He's torturing this person.
Hey, what are we doing for a finish? Yeah, I'm gonna drop your head on top of my face. That's the shake, rattle, and no!
Nice roll up, 1, 2, and he picks him up again.
What the hell?
I don't think he's happy when his final move there.
Oh, wait, no way. Oh, shit.
I'll tell you, Evans almost pulled one off. Big knee into the chops.
Why the fuck hasn't this match ended?
I gotta give a lot to the edge here, though, too, because he keeps coming back with these little flurries here and there.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
You guys.
During this match, I thought Beach could put the young man away.
Oh, he could have easily.
Oh, 1, 2.
I can't.
What is going
1,
on here?
a 2,
I mean,
a
this is
3.
time limit match.
But I'm gonna have to talk to
There's no relation to this in IWA Mid-South. Absolutely none.
He's just sending out a message. I guess that's what he...
Okay, yeah, that's a good point, Cecil. Oh, God. Oh! Okay, that could have been a lot worse. Yeah, he fucked up the finish. Like, what do I do for a finish now? They cut right away from that. Yeah, they went way long. Oh, shit. The SST is gonna wrestle these job guys? Oh, fuck. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this tag team event is one fall. Currently in the ring at this time. First,
Those are weird note cards.
Angel.
Oh, they're very long. Or it might just be a folded up piece of paper.
And his partner,
Look at that guy.
Mitch Ryder.
Mitch Ryder, not the IWA Mitch Ryder. Different guy. There were 2 Mitch Ryders.
They are 4-time.
I mean, this is the IWA Mitch Ryder, but I'm referring to the IWA Mid-South Mitch Ryder. This is not that guy. Yeah, listen to this crowd go apeshit. Hey, it's guys that we know. Oh shit, I think it's Kokina, Yokozuna with Samu. Sick.
And there's Kokina Maximus. Oh, gee.
Oh, hell yeah. Somebody's gonna get hurt.
Oh, can you imagine?
1,500 pounds.
Well, I know Kokina is 485.
Let's call it a time.
Yeah. Last time
Why
I
is
saw
the...
Kokina,
So wait, which of them are wrestling? Because the referee has checked all 3 of them.
now watch this, the ceremony.
Brian says the announcer is psyched to get back to his drum kit. He's in a ZZ Top cover band.
You know, there's a very popular...
Hey, Brian. Brian Turner, Brian Turner's VHS Rehab. Go give him a sub on YouTube. A lot of great stuff. A lot of footage previously lost to... Oh, shit! Previously lost forever, but he found it. A lot of great stuff from the last, 30-something years of Tennessee wrestling. As well as doing the Lord's work, uploading some WCW fan cams. Put up one from March of 1992 in Terre Haute, Indiana. A couple hours from where I am. Watched a little bit of it earlier today. It's lovely. Anyway, that guy is dead likely. Oh! Put some stank on that.
Gave that young man a savant kick. Dragged the heavenly angel.
God, I miss savant kicks in wrestling.
Watch, there it comes again. Oh, man.
He's trying to twist that dude's head around like that movie The Exorcist, when that little girl's head was flying around in a circle.
Jeez.
But I know once that starts out, he'll be spitting.
That motherfucker did the black mass is just the second move in a match. So wait, it is Alpha Wrestling. Okay. I'm so confused. But now I'm a little less confused. But hey, it's Alpha Wrestling. Pleasantly surprised. Oh, that was cool. Poetry and Roast in Motion Clothesline. The Nashua of the Midwest. Oh, okay, that wasn't... He didn't get his foot quite up high enough to really do damage, but hey. I love Kokina in the corner, just like hanging out. Like he's not the biggest fucking dude in the world.
I want you to check this out, Marshall. The flexibility is guy.
Oh, DDP's getting into the yoga business early. Listen to him on commentary. Look at the flexibility of this guy. You can do downward dog for hours. Same with the original Young Buck. Just doing fucking super kicks left and right. And do you think any veterans were like, you're spamming those too much? Hello, Tin10889 over on YouTube. Doing great. I hope you're doing well tonight. Kokina was supposed to be the third head shrinker, yes. There's the WWE Vault YouTube channel uploaded a tryout promo when they were trying him out as the biggest head shrinker, Kokina. It's interesting. Yeah, just doing a fucking leg drop. No reason. Oh shit. Okay. Oh.
Super reverse suplex. And Mitch Ryder.
Tracy Smothers was telling people when he was at IWA. Brian brings up Tracy Smothers at one point to stop wearing boots. The reason he was telling people that why he stopped wearing boots was because, and I quote, "The boots are weighing me down, man."
Watch this. He's going to take him in.
What is he gonna do?
What the fuck is this gonna be? Oh god, oh god. What? He doesn't even know. What the hell? I was scared, and then I was scared, and then they just kind of fell over. Kokina is Yokozuna, yes.
Let's go like this. I'll let you call this replay.
All right. Headbutt by Alpha.
Yeah, fucking Alpha. That's the reason why he wasn't a head shrinker.
Now headbutt by Sabu. And they haven't even seen 485-pound Kokina.
That's incredible, Adam. He was a big fucking dude. All right, Cecil, take her easy. Glad you could be here to at least witness some of this. And go check out the Roast of Mystery Wrestling when we're done tonight. Cecil and the crew did some awesome work on that. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate that. Patrick Martinez, hello. Yeah, I don't think they really talked this finisher through. Then was just like, fuck it, I'll clothesline my own partner. That's what Roman was gonna do before he came up with the spear. Alright, that's the end of the first episode, by the way. And I love how everybody in wrestling except for the WWF at this point had credits. Like, credits going away in wrestling is a WWF thing. They had 3 ring announcers. Oh, hey, John Finnegan, ECW ref. Probably rode in with Tony Stetson. Here's a bunch of guys you won't see on the show. All right, here's the second episode. This is the week after. I don't remember Saturday Night's Main Event having credits. Great opening sequence. It's just a still image of the belt.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the IWA.
Yeah, Dennis Corralizzo was involved in this. Hell yeah. How you doing tonight, brother? Shit, this is as pro wrestling as it gets. He had one fucking line back in the day, DDP did. The Copenhagen dipping. There's a guy in the front row just wearing a suit amongst all these rowdy wrestling fans. And I love it.
Don't go away. What a show we got for you coming up. Do not even think about leaving. Roll the VCR.
Also, I don't think Lee Marshall's dress shirt's tucked in. Very interesting choice. The Dukester, Derek Dukes. Lee Marshall is 40. DDP is 34 years old. There we go, Derek Dukes. What a life Derek Dukes led. Speaking of guys that lost their gigs when the AWA died, his team with Ricky Rice, the Young Guns.
Somebody cut up. Somebody looks like they got dressed in a phone booth. Now they're looking stopped by Derek Dukes, but I wouldn't expect the other.
Derek Dukes was one of the quote-unquote victims of Mark Gastineau in his boxing career. Oh shit, this guy does not. No, oh god. Okay.
Just like when he used to taunt Diamond Dallas Page when Dukes was a member of the Top Guns.
There we go. We're acknowledging AWA lore. Oh gosh, why? What is going on? Why did you push the guy off right when you're standing at the ropes? What is happening? Oh shit. Oh shit, you know who that is? I just realized that's 911. That's God, Al Poling, I think is his real name. That is 911. There is a reason why 911 did not wrestle in ECW, or did not wrestle that much, and you're seeing it. Yes, that is in fact 911 wearing tights. That's why I didn't recognize him. He's wearing actual wrestling gear. God, he's horrible. I love it. Fucking huge. He has no idea what he's doing. Oh, God. Oh. I need to watch, Derek Dukes did a shoot interview for High Spots with Chris Hero. I need to watch that. Yeah, that Mark Gastineau boxing career, quote unquote, is insane. Oh my gosh! Brian Hildebrandt just got killed. I shouldn't have said it like that. He flew off that apron. John Finnegan, ECW referee, raising the winner's hand. But yeah, there's a TNT did like a documentary series called like The Rich and the Infamous, I think it's called. They did an episode of the Mark Gastineau career. It's really good. Highly recommended. It's on HBO Max. Or Brian Hildebrandt. Oh god, we're gonna get in slow motion. Oh my gosh. Oh, why? Oh my gosh. No. He was Tombstone and Big Al in WCW. I don't think he used Sledgehammer. I think there was another guy that was Sledgehammer. He might have been Sledgehammer in WCW. I know he was Sledgehammer on the Indies.
I personally have done play-by-play in the state of Tennessee,
the
Texas,
two pervs
in Chicago, on worldwide
television.
television.
Yeah, Yankee Hawk. I'm glad you thought so. Like I produced it personally. No, it's really good. Yeah, go check it out.
You and Kerry Von Erich one more time, Jerry.
Excited about
oh, we're doing AWA
that.
nostalgia already.
I'm sick of seeing Kerry Von Erich. I see him in my sleep.
Yes, Matt. Yeah, Matt P. 911 left ECW because he wanted to have real matches.
Now he's even following me to the IWA. Well, let me tell you
about
Kerry Von Erich.
Why he didn't get
to. He's a big, impressive-looking specimen. He's got muscles in places most people don't even have places. But he reminds me of dinosaurs that used to roam the earth. Those big, impressive-looking creatures, they were great, big, and huge, but the only problem was they had a brain about the size of a pea. And that's what Kerry Von Erich has. Just to give you a little example, mind readers only charge this guy half price. Do you understand where I'm coming from? He may have the size, he may have the brawn, but he don't have the brain.
Yes, Big Vin is 911's son that wrestles for GCW.
And I will remain that.
And this is what wrestling fans want. Lawler and Von Erich right here.
Yes, that is absolutely what they want. There we go. Kokina, accompanied to the ring by a muscular child.
Well, I want to make two things very clear. One is our ring announcer was only off by 70 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
The man is 470 pounds.
I love that they kept the Halloween song. Hell yeah. Oh, he gets to wrestle another big fella. And this big fella has a casino cowboy as his manager. Here we go. That's dope. There we go. His name is Big Hoss. Yokozuna versus Big Hoss. It is 10-10, yes. Yeah, why do all the enhancement guys have managers this week? Managers must suck if these guys can't get wins.
Let me give you a little education here. How many pounds are a ton?
I love that they got Kokina, who's legitimately huge. And instead of finding a little guy to like really enhance his size, they're like, let's find the biggest enhancement wrestler on the planet to make him look normal size. It does look like Howdy, yeah. I should send this clip to Howdy. Be like, hey dude, what's up with you and Big Hoss? That might be Big Boss Hoss. It would not surprise me. I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying it would not surprise me if that was Big Boss Hoss from Southern Discomfort. Oh shoot.
He has come out here for one reason, and that is to punish Big Hoss.
Oh gosh. Oh, hey, Chikara shoulder roll. Oh my gosh. Oh, but also I'm oh my goshing John Geiger's comment. Oh, super kick to the belly. Yes, Brian. Big Hoss is indeed much better than 911 because he looks like he at least spent a week in training. Yeah, this ring is big. That's a good point, Clint. Hey, based dude, it's Big Hoss, the guy with the top on, against Kokina Maximus, aka Yokozuna. It's a big boy battle.
And I'll tell you what, the leader of the rap group, the Booyah Tribe, the man known as the Godfather, he's loving it. He's watching Kokina Maximus, and he is loving it.
Random fucking shout out from Lee Marshall, the fucking Booyah Tribe.
What are they calling it? The Booyah Tribe?
Like, I can't. Lee Marshall, let's. God, Yokozuna 911 would be such a fucking train wreck. I'm sad it never happened. Ow! We need more commentary. There's ow! Ooh!
He's just wearing them down here. Every one of those pressure points in the neck there.
Like, what would Yoko have even done with 911? We do not need 911 to come back in 2025. Yeah, it's doing well in life. No connection. I think the Kokina clutch was named by like Mike Tenay, maybe? Because it was just the rear naked choke in Ring of Honor. Maybe Mike Tenay did it as like an inside joke. I don't know. Oh wow, Big Hoss was trained by the Bass family. Hey, Samby. What the fuck? Kokina couldn't get a clean win over Big Hoss? Oh, the Booyah Tribe's related to the NOIs. Gotcha.
And Kokina still clubbing away on Big Hoss. I can't believe it. Kokina's beating him like a rat. I told you, Kokina, he doesn't care.
This is ridiculous.
He just came out here to hurt somebody.
Yeah, all the best to Jim Ross. My thoughts on his recent commentary aside, you don't want to see anybody going through what Jim Ross has gone through. That dude's been fighting so fucking hard the last 5 or 6 years. All the best to Jim.
I pity the person that tries to break these two guys up. It ain't gonna be me, I guarantee.
Yeah, I did a video about Yokozuna being too big to start with WCW in '98. Nevada State Athletic Commission was like, nope. I love this awkward wide shot of an empty ring on a clearly taped show that you could have just cut out. Or, you know, cut it to a shot of anything else. Fans? Commentators? The guys at ringside? But no. No, this was not live. They taped like 6 weeks of the show at a time. This was not live. Brian Turner dropping some hip-hop knowledge in the chat. Eminem hired the Booyah Tribe to stop from getting extorted from the Crips. Which, I mean, if they're related to the NOIs, that makes sense. You don't fuck with the NOI family. Boom.
We'll be back after these important messages.
The important messages.
He's called the ultimate male.
The ultimate
Preston
male.
Along with Noel, his manager. This I know. The ultimate indetermination.
Noel, who's clearly there on her own
and you want the ultimate, the title,
choice, her own consent, and not because
That's
her
right.
boyfriend's like, I need to have a manager.
IWA. You know, I know it's going to be tough, but that's why I'm here.
There's so much headroom on this shot.
I got a lot of things to prove, not only to myself, to my friends, to my family, and most importantly to all you, my fans.
I have stuff to prove to myself, my
why I'm
friends,
signed to take on such
my
people like
underage
Ron
girlfriend.
Bass, Ivan Koloff, King Kalua, Zoltan, and the
Oh my
others.
God.
Anything that I have to do, I'm going to do it.
The
to get us all
All-Stars.
that unified title. And one more thing, I guarantee you, I promise you, I'm going to give you my 100% best.
Hell yeah, Brian.
Everything
Don't
that
fuck
I
with
can do,
Samoans.
I'm going to do to get that title around my waist.
They're all here.
Yeah,
all the greats,
the ultimate
including
male
the ultimate
again.
male,
How is that a
Preston
babyface
Shields, who
gimmick?
will give you the ultimate in effort every time out.
And I bet you it was her prom dress, and she went with the ultimate male, and it was this year. It was 1990. Oh my God. I am so fucking excited. Johnny Hotbody. God, look at that robe. How the fuck was Johnny Hotbody? How did Paul not make him the world champion if he owned a robe like that? I don't care if he was good or not. Like, that robe probably costs more than the ring, if we're being honest. Oh, Rob Russen on commentary.
Only 1 week ago, having to do with the IWA Junior Heavyweight Tournament. We saw a tremendous match last week.
Johnny was more of a Todd and Eddie guy, but still, like, you look past that shit if you have a guy with a real good robe. Yeah, half the guys in this company are doing a sexy guy gimmick.
Not only review some tapes, but also the positions report before the match.
God, these guys are so small. I love it. Johnny Hotbody looks to be 5'1". Hey, Nathan with a Y. Go check out Nathan's Instagram. Cheap Eats Bot Fest. I think he's on all other socials too. But I watch most of his videos on Instagram. Makes wrestling look real cool. Yeah, that's a big ass ring. Like, I think part of it is because the guys are so small. But like when Kokina was wrestling Big Hoss, it still looked big. Like minimum, I think this is a 20 by 20. Minimum. And I need to tweet some people. Hey, get Johnny Hotbody booked. He's still round. I think he was at that TWA reunion show at the arena last month. I don't even know who the fuck the other guy is. No hanky-panky. In case these guys start fucking in the ring. They might have. Vern did some weird shit at the end.
A near fall, Larry Wynners almost eliminating Johnny Hotbody. Couple of Philadelphia kids. Hotbody from South Philly. Larry Wynners with a stand.
Oh, Larry Wynners. Okay, that's who that is. Larry Wynners, who I saw in results on TWA shows for years. That's what he looks like.
You know, I'm real glad you're here too.
He looks like if they asked a referee to wrestle.
Some
Johnny Dad Bod. There is no fucking way. I'm calling bullshit on that Yankee Hawk. Yankee Hawk says, according to Cage Match, Johnny Hotbody is 5'10". Again, I'm 7'3". That's the case. Oh gosh. Everybody's doing the hot shot tonight.
One half, formerly of the WWF Tag Team Champions of the World with his brother Jay. I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought he was trying to pass off Johnny Hotbody as a former WWF Tag Team Champion. Oh, Stone Cold Stunner. And that's 3 years before fucking Jimmy Garvin did it. I think we just saw the invention of the stunner. Wow. Is that ref 6'5"? I cannot believe we just saw a stunner. Johnny Hotbody might have invented the stunner. We just found that out, folks.
I highly recommended that they draft him to the AWA, but they let him get away.
Well, it happens.
He went on to Canada, became a superstar. We're glad he's here in the IWA. Tony Stetson, I don't know if you've had a chance to follow.
Love that. Love when they clap before they throw the back elbow. Hey, King Coop. Welcome, welcome. I am stunned that Johnny Hotbody did a stunner.
Good heads-up move by Johnny Hotbody.
Who's joining Lee at the table? That's Diamond Dallas Page.
Right here on Sports Channel.
Now we got the Paul Orndorff elbow drop without the little shimmy.
Like the tights on the Hotbody. Reversal by
Random ass cop. I like the tights on the Hotbody. Oh, I thought he was gonna like bounce off and then stumble over Wynners backwards. Yeah, Natalia wrestled for the NWA last night against fucking, I forget the gal's name. That's the fastest count out. That's bullshit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not. Yeah, Natty shot on a fan, quote unquote. I was gonna say, I didn't think I'd seen you around, King Coop, but I'm glad to have you. Kinsey Page is the name of the gal that Natalia wrestled.
It was good to see the JYD in the locker room before we started this program.
Hotbody was 27 years old. Yeah, I don't know why that referee was like, we just gotta get this shit over with. Junkyard Dog against unemployed Bruiser Brody. That referee was fucking on him. Speaking of fucking on him, Ted DiBiase Jr.'s ass is going to jail. Yes! I'm all for police or prison reform, but that motherfucker stealing money from folks who fucking needed it. Junkyard Dog against Johnny Warmbody. Oh shit! Okay, that's why he looked familiar. That's the Motor City Madman, the dude that was in with Paul E. in November of this year. So while you're watching this, keep in mind this motherfucker got a WCW spot from this match. Maybe not this match, but you know. Ain't not that Chris Benoit. Yeah, this is like weeks before JYD went back. Because he was at the Great American Bash. What? What? He did a wrestling move. Both of these guys would be back with WCW by the end of this year. Both of these men.
You'll see Jules Strongbow later on in the program.
Oh gosh. He's doing jazz hands. He's so scared. Don't hit me, JYD. Yeah, JYD was probably with WCW when this aired. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! JYD's splattered on the floor. Man Mountain Mike Moore. That's Man Mountain Mike Moore. That is not John Nord. John Nord is a lot taller than that. Good on JYD for surviving. Holy shit. I think this was taped in May, but it aired in June. Holy shit. Yeah, JYD's not doing okay. That's one of those front face locks where you're like afraid to touch the guy because he might have just broken his neck. Yeah, these ropes are fucked. Why would they air that? I think they only had so many matches. They had to air it. Hey, JYD's back up. Okay, yeah, they're going straight to the finish. Yeah, JYD's not fucking around. Yeah, I don't think there was a planned spot. I think the rope broke, and JYD got real spooked.
You talk about overcoming adversity.
Here we got it on the instant replay.
Overcoming adversity. I thought Lee Marshall was gonna go and do a. Oh god, we're gonna see it again. Oh my gosh. That reminds me, we were at Naptown All Pro last night for they did a couple shows outside of a restaurant called Hot Boys in downtown Indianapolis, Fountain Square.
When will you see the last of the man?
And yeah, as Brian just brought up in the chat, there was a wrestler running the ropes between shows. We were just out there hanging out since the ring was outside, talking to some friends that were on the show.
Lee, first of all, you're right.
And my young 11-year-old son, Noli,
I don't call him the king.
politely pulls the wrestler aside and lectures him on how he should hold the rope when he hits the ropes, so that if they snap, he doesn't go over the top.
And if you want to be a champion that pulls out chains and cheats and does whatever he wants to.
Why does it sound like Carrie's about to cry?
Oh
god, he did say best foot forward, didn't he? Oh no.
I stood on my feet and I looked at a man beat on his back and I looked over at you.
Yeah, he sounds like he's about to cry. Also, he's on his way to the WWF at this point too.
With Jerry Lawler.
Why isn't Noli smartening up the boys? He also told the guy that he needed to take bigger steps when he ran, which he did. Like, Noli's advice was 100% correct.
The next contest,
I think that is Noli ring announcing. That appears to be an 11-year-old.
Well, I don't understand. The announcer was just getting ready to make our ring announcements. And
like, that's a child.
Is in the ring with Lethal Larry Cameron.
Oh shit, Larry Cameron. Why is the enhancement guy's marking out for his opponent? I've never seen that, and it makes all the sense in the world. Lethal Larry Cameron, if you've never seen him, he's pretty dope. He was a Stampede guy.
Canadian champion, Lethal Larry Cameron. Lethal indeed, 265 pounds out of Calgary, Alberta.
Where did they abduct this kid from?
This guy's just a monster.
It's little baby Jim Cornette. Seriously, Noli is he's a prodigy. He's going to be, if he decides he wants to wrestle, he's going to be the best. Yeah, we are talking about you, bud.
Well, we didn't even get as far as making the introduction.
Yippee, we're just telling him about how smart you are about wrestling.
If you don't mind my saying so. But you're here in the IWA.
Yeah, real quick.
Here,
love you, buddy. Get some sleep.
Apparently,
good morning.
Something that you
hey,
got a man
I'm proud of you for the yard today.
Let me tell you people something. The one that don't know who I am.
The kid from Revenge of the Nerds. Yes, R.I.P. Jimmy's brother, Joey V.
As long as I can remember,
Why does Lee Marshall look darker than Larry Cameron? My son Noli's 11.
Now I want some real competition, and I want it right now.
You want some real competition? You think there's somebody back in this dressing room?
I love how the guys, the enhancement guys being all shit on. I want some real competition. And he's just over there like, nope, just not hearing it.
I tell you what, that's why I'm here, to show everybody exactly what I'm all about. I'm not here looking for no free.
Love you, Eric.
I want
Mwah.
the content, so you get some action right now.
Oh, thank you.
Stops right here.
Best Miata. Thank you. Appreciate you all with the kind words. Kerry Von Erich. There we go. Oh shit, Rudrick's dad was gym buddies with Larry Cameron. God, imagine having to keep up with that dude in the gym. He once called him Lethal Larry Lethal.
What were you and Cameron out there talking about? You managing this man?
You managing this guy?
Managing this man.
I've heard that story, yes, see Brett Miller. That Lance Storm was bringing Larry Cameron actual maple syrup when they were touring for Autobahns over in Europe because he couldn't get any. A diamond exchange. Look at that guy. Seriously, Larry Cameron. It's a shame. And it's insane that he was not like a huge star. Yeah, I really hope they fix that rope. I do know. I'm stuttering tonight so bad. I don't want to see an amputee go flying through the ropes. I believe it's his right foot, yes. The right foot is not real. It's predetermined. Why did Kerry Von Erich went for an eye rake? Why?
A win over Kerry Von Erich.
Yeah, I don't think we give Kerry Von Erich enough credit for being able to have competent wrestling matches with one foot. And like, if you know the story, you can see it. But if you're not watching for it, it's like nothing happened. Ah, look at how muscular and vascular that man is.
You and I were both in Chicago, Illinois, and I remember it distinctly. December 13th, 1988. Kerry Von Erich came just one bad decision away from being...
Was what always a thing? That Kerry Von Erich only had one foot? He lost it in a motorcycle accident. Cameron. Kerry Von Erich was in a car accident, or a motorcycle accident, which, despite what the Iron Claw would have you believe, did not happen the night that he won the world title. Like, the timeline, and Iron Claw is a very well acted movie for the most part, but the timeline's insane. Oh, I'm sure most of the reason why Kerry's able to go on one foot is painkillers. Yeah, it was in '86 when the motorcycle accident happened. It was not in '84.
He was taught this by Vern Gagne when Karen was wrestling in the AWA.
Like,
I think it might work tonight on the Modern Day Warrior.
Gary Hart always argued, we should tell the fans he has one foot. He's a babyface. It would get him so much sympathy. And Fritz like, no, nobody can know that the Modern Day Warrior has a flaw. Larry Cameron, I believe, did die in the ring, yes, in '93. Yeah, the rumor has always been, as dumb as this sounds, Kerry's foot could have been saved, but after surgery, he really wanted a cheeseburger across the room, and he got up on his broken foot and smashed it. Because he's Kerry Von Erich. sweetheart, but not a lot going on between the ears. Same guy who once laced his Walkman headphone wire in his wrestling boots.
Cameron throwing the big right hand, going up to the second rope. Comes down on Von Erich, and Kerry is down.
He was wrestling Colonel De Beers at an AWA show. And, like, he was outside the ring, and Colonel De Beers was trying to, like, pull him, and he pulled the boot off. And the way it's been described to me is, like, the place, you could hear a pin drop. Like, what the fuck? Yes, Lacey Von Erich is Kevin, or Carrie's father. Oh! Or no, she's not his father. Fritz is his father. Lacey's his daughter. No, I'm fucking stupid. What's the Wrestlelicious rap? My name's Lacey Von Erich. And I something Von Erich name. I forget what it is. It's really fucking funny. Alright, Max. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. VOD will be up afterwards if you get a chance, but I appreciate you being here. Correct, Best Miata. Yeah, it had not been reported. Fritz did a hell of a job of keeping it out of the media. Oh yeah, Duke the Dumpster, child molester, Jerosi. That sounds like I had a brother-in-law. His name's Gooey. And he got in a car accident. Another fucking double count out. Fuck this. But he got in a car accident, and he was able to claim disability because he, like, cut his leg up really bad. And, like, right before he would lose disability, he would take a coat hanger to the wound and just cut the shit out of it, and then go over to the unemployment office and be like, hey, motherfuckers. Or he'd go over to the Social Security office. Like, hey, my leg's still fucked up. And so for 4 years, he got disability from a wound on his leg.
Cameron and Von Erich are just chucking right hands at each other. Head first into the table goes Von Erich. They both got chairs.
Love the suspenders guy at ringside. Oh shit. It's getting wild. Thought there was a fan that was gonna get join him.
He's trying to back Cameron up as is Diamond Dallas Page. Von Erich.
Oh, I don't like that he called him boy. Duke the Dumpster Jersey was recently arrested. Yes. Spirit of Justice for getting some child porn off the dark web. Yes, they do. All these double countouts especially remind me of Herb Abrams' UWF. Nobody wants to do a fucking job. Because you never know when Vince is going to call. In Kerry Von Erich's case, that was true. And Vince Russell's like, come on. Kids were thrown into the ring apron? Who was the vampire in Wrestlelicious? Was it Daphne? It was like the Wrestlelicious roster was mostly just the Shimmer roster. The Ghost Dancer. That is such a cool nickname.
Boy, when he's not wrestling with...
Oh shit, here we go. Cousin
and Cousin Junior.
Who kind of looks like Lee Marshall's brother.
Last time I talked to you,
they
were
look
raising
a
catfish
lot
on a
alike.
catfish farm in Mississippi.
I still am raising and eating. I'll tell you what, it's a good
Gotcha,
way to make a
Judas
living.
Effect.
But now you're back.
Okay.
You're back in the IWA. You want to wrestle. You're looking for... Well, I heard you just in the locker room a minute ago saying Ron Bass's name.
Well, that's why I come to you. I want to find out just who are some of the tough guys. Because that's where you make the money. You got to wrestle the tough guys.
That's where you make the
Ron
money.
Bass has always said that he's one of the toughest guys in the world. Brickhouse Brown, he says he'll take a
Oh
piece
shit,
out of
Brickhouse
anybody.
Brown's
Give me a
here.
contract with Ron
That means
Bass,
the boys are
wherever
well
you want, I'll
medicated.
sign it.
Jerry Lawler?
Jerry Lawler, the king, Jerry Lawler.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, this is good.
All
Good to have you off
right.
the catfish farm.
I'm not off the catfish farm yet.
I'm not off the catfish for her. I still eat.
Oh, I'd love to anytime. Cousin Luke, he's in the IWA, and as he said, he'll take on anybody.
Like, I think
Ron
he's
Bass,
might legit be
Breakout
Marshall's
Brown,
cousin.
Kerry
Look at
Lawler, you
them.
bring it to this big old country boy. He's ready for you.
Come on down to the country boy. I'll be there, and I'm ready.
The
Oh, shit, it's
IWA
Bambi.
Women's Championship belt. Here it is, worn by this beautiful woman, Bambi. And Bambi, I look at that belt, but along
Lee
with
Marshall,
looking at
the
that
women's
belt, I think of the
wrestling
women lined
expert.
up to try to take it away from you. People like, well, Medusa Michelli, for example.
You're exactly right. You know, when you hold a belt
Exactly
and
right.
you're a champion, you're defending that championship every night. And you know, the list goes on and on with the women in this sport. There's a lot of tough
Well,
competition
I'm
out
thinking
there.
of Candy
I'll never
Divine,
forget we watched
Sue
Southern
Stetson,
Discomfort and
Magnificent Mimi. As you said, the list
They,
goes on
oh
and
shit,
on, and you
Magnificent
haven't gotten
Mimi
to
of
anybody
porn,
yet.
of not
Well, I
porn
know
fame,
one
but
thing,
softcore
you know,
porn
I haven't never
fame.
backed down from anybody. And if anybody wants to step in line, I'll defend it and I'll put 100%.
I don't know if the
20%
Brickhouse
out.
Brown
You know, there's
Kurt
Leilani
Hennig story is
Kai,
widely
Judy Martin,
known.
like you said,
But I'll
the
never
list goes
forget
on
Southern
and on.
Discomfort there.
But when you
It's a
are
lighthearted,
champion, I'm not a hiding
silly
champion.
look
I'll
at
go up
Southern
against any
wrestling.
one of them.
And you're looking
And then
at
in the
one
middle
the
of it,
greats,
Bambi's
one
like,
of the greatest in
yeah,
the
you
sport,
know,
not only
I
today,
have
but
like
of
6
all time, the
concussions and
IWA Ladies Champion
my
of the
ankle
world,
doesn't bend
Bambi,
anymore, and
you are going to see her in action
might
right
have
here on the
hepatitis and
IWA.
like AIDS, and my legs snapped. But I don't have health insurance, so I can't get any of it fixed. Oh, here we go. Our child ring announcer's back. Jules Strongbow. Yes, Medusa Michelli was her name at this point. Yes, Bambi and Peggy Lee Leather were a couple. The old saying was that, you know, if you saw them wrestle each other, you know, Bambi would get the win in the ring, and then Peggy Lee Leather would get her win back later on in the hotel room. Wait, did you just call him Sabu? Because I know there were territories where Sabu was called Samu. I never knew it was vice versa. Yeah, please let somebody lay down for the pin. Yeah, the head shrinkers, Samoan SWAT team, Wild Samoans, whatever you call them. This is the music they use. Oh, it's Afa, not Samu. This is just a straight up 1981 Madison Square Garden match.
Jules Strongbow, once one half of the WWF Tag Team Champions of the world, with his brother Jay.
What a bump. He had that song because that was their music in the NWA.
So you were looking at two men that have held the WWF Tag Team Championship, albeit
I was gonna give this shit for being like a weird old man nostalgia match, but like most wrestling booking anymore is just, hey, let's put these two guys against each other because they were enemies in Ring of Honor like 10 years ago.
I'm just listening to you rattle on sometimes.
I'm just imparting some vital information to
Vital information for your everyday life.
who have not been wrestling
Mary Beth Marshall.
15 minutes.
Bambi is the OG. Okay, so Brian Turner says, this is all allegedly, so nobody sues me. Kurt H-bombed Brickhouse's drink, meaning Halcyon, GHB. He wanted to cut Brick's ponytail off. Brick came to and pulled a gun in his face and said his ponytail better be there in the morning. That, of course, was a common Kurt Hennig rib, and Brickhouse Brown knew what the fuck was up. This is that period in wrestling, aka anytime before like 10 years ago, where if you had an indigenous American in the ring, all the white people would howl and pound their hand against their mouths. And it would get real uncomfortable. He hurts people. He hurts people. Oh, I thought he said they don't care about women. That would be a real cool character arc. If like the Samoans are wild because they're gay and they really want to like fuck. I have seen I Like to Hurt People. It is so much campy fun. Eddie Thorpe was doing like a techno raver DJ indigenous thing in NXT. Oh, here we go. Rain Dance. All right, King Coop, have a good night. Hope to see you again. Thank you so much for the ongoing support. Much appreciated, my man. Yes, that is Yokozuna with Samu, yes. Oh shit, all the Samoans are getting in on this.
You can't blame him, baby. You can't blame him.
The 485 pounds of Kokina Maximus. The 308 pounds of Samu.
It Big Hoss out here. He handled himself against Kokina. And nobody's doing jobs on this fucking show. Well, Jules Strongbow couldn't. Oh! Yoko got up for that splash. Hell yeah. Ooh. So Jules Strongbow is willing to have the shit beat out of him. And will be left laying, but would not do a job. Greg Gagne could have taught him that dance. He was available.
Sometimes you make statements that just need to stand alone.
That is, I think, 3 on this show alone, this episode.
Let's go to the replay and see exactly.
The replay of the 2-minute match. Did you just call him a fucking TP? What the hell?
I think they've crushed his ribcage.
That racism doesn't even make sense. I think it's fucking awesome, Green Boy, that Willow and Marina are in the main event of Double or Nothing. Like, Willow Nightingale should be the world champion, regardless of gender, and should be making millions of dollars. She is one of the best baby faces in pro wrestling of the last decade. Yes, you sir are a tent. That's what DDP just fucking said. All right, so before we go to our third and final episode for the night, here, if you were not with us Tuesday on WCW Deep Cuts Live last week, here's what we'll be watching this coming Tuesday. Again, on WCW Deep Cuts Live on Twitch, VOD on YouTube Wednesday morning.
They're chanting your name. It's really phenomenal. But I want to ask you if you're bringing your friend as well. You know, Jack Hammer, yeah.
He seems to be my best friend who nobody wants to meet.
All right, so that is on Tuesday, continuing Lee Marshall week. Right now, we're going to watch some more IWA. Not that Chris Benoit says it's somebody who doesn't watch AEW. Can you give a little more detail about why you think that about Willow? She's one of the few baby faces in wrestling that seems genuinely likable.
Good to have you along. Hi,
like, when she smiles and gets all like giddy, it seems so natural.
How you doing tonight, brother? Looking very nice.
Like,
Brother, I never had a bad day in my
and she
life.
has entrance music that it's like borderline. Like most people wouldn't work for like the happy, dancey entrance music. She makes it. She's perfect. Part of the also, I love the message that she delivers as a character. The nothing matters, smile anyway. Hey, look, the thing works. The one guy. Thank you so much for following.
Ivan Koloff against Starfire Dukes right here in the IWA.
Oh, Starfire Dukes. That's a sweet nickname.
Turn the VCR on. Get fired up.
Hell yeah. I'm sorry you were in the ER, Lewis, but glad you're out. There were 3 Jules Strongbows in wrestling.
Stars in the sport of professional wrestling, the Junkyard Dog.
I'm turn this up a little bit.
It's been a long time coming, but I know things had to change. And when I looked up on that dotted line, I saw Jerry, the King Lawler. I said, good God, I miss Myers. What's coming into this earth? It's King Jerry Lawler. And what will look any better on Mother's Day, our Father's Day, than you see a dog with a crown upon his head? So, Jerry Lawler, I'm telling you, like I tell
Richard
everybody
Karn
else,
is loving this
every
promo.
dog needs a bone to chew on, and I found myself a bone. So don't
Found
come
himself
to
a
this
bone.
New Wrestling Association,
Yeah,
the
JYD
IWA
worked
like a
Memphis. This is JYD between WCW runs.
A whole lot to be gotten.
Well, Junkyard
Yes,
Dog, you've
sir.
had some great matches in Memphis against Jerry Lawler. You're bringing it to the IWA, and you know we're looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to come here. Like my man said, I've been to the mountain.
Like my man said.
I'm going twice. I'm going to not blink. And here I am.
Oh shit! South Philly grudge match in Florida. Up next. Brian, Ahmed Johnson
Ladies
taking
and
notes on another
gentlemen,
promo during this.
currently
The
in the
top
ring
it just
at this
says
time,
this, but
in this
shouting.
Special grudge match. the
Hey,
Battle
Real
of
Steve-O,
South
hello.
Philadelphia, weighing in at
That's awesome. Lee Marshall gave him a
225
tour of
pounds,
CNN
from South
Center.
Philadelphia, Johnny
With Larry Zbyszko.
Hotbody.
Holy shit, that's awesome. Yeah, I agree, TARDIS mechanic. Like, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, but that's the anticipation
And his opponent,
made you really want
also
to see
from
these
South
guys.
Philadelphia, weighing in at 225 pounds. the
Johnny
Hitman,
Hotbody did not get to
Stetson.
wear his robe. Man, I thought
I want you to explain to me, Lee Marshall.
Tony Stetson comes out of the door with like 9 fans. He's taller than none of them.
The Hitman Tony Stetson.
And this match was on every Philly indie show from like 1988 until
the junior
1994.
heavyweight tournament. Tony Stetson said he was 221 pounds. He wasn't. He was 225 and a half pounds. And as you had mentioned earlier, you got to be 225 pounds. That's
Wait, who
your
the
weight.
fuck's the
Anything over
babyface?
that, you're a heavyweight. You're no longer a light heavy.
Are you trying to tell me that he was a half a pound
So
over
Tony
and he was
Stetson lied about his weight.
Hey, doesn't matter if he's... Whoa!
Holy shit!
What a move by Johnny Hotbody. Going to work on Tony Hitman Stetson. But that, in fact, what you said is the truth. He was a half pound
He
overweight
advanced the
for that
stunner on the
reason.
last show.
He was disqualified.
Tries to cripple Tony Stetson on this show.
But the head of official, Sal Corretti, his position was that he should not be disqualified from the tournament.
Did you see that? Stetson was walking him back and standing from a standing was a hot bod.
All right, Jack Reeve, have a good night. See you soon.
Drop, but
You were the babyface base,
Doesn't
dude.
matter. At this point, Stetson and Johnny Hotbody, they're well beyond any kind of scientific moves. They're just chucking
Johnny
right hands at each other.
Jackass.
Now, you know as well as I do what it's like back in South Philly. Whoever loses this match, I mean, can you imagine going back and trying to explain to the fellas that you had your
Yeah, that
butt handed
suplex
to
was
you by another
insane.
South Philly boy?
Yeah, if either of these guys are 5'10", I am Satnam Singh. Just kneeing him in the balls. Oh, no, we're not. You're not sending me off to the ropes. Off the ropes, whatever that is.
This is strictly a brawl right
Double
here.
sledge
This
by
is strictly
Hitman.
a
Tony
brawl.
Stetson into the body, and now rubbing Johnny Hotbody's face into the ring. Right into the middle of the ring. You talk about some mat burns, man. Wow.
It's a drop toe hold.
The young John Finnegan, who probably rode to the show with these guys, refereeing. I am surprised too G.G. Allen didn't do any wrestling.
That was bothering me, man.
I can see that, see Brett
When you
Miller.
redeem yourself. Doesn't
Johnny
happen often.
Hotbody was like
But when it does,
Chris
I mean,
Candido
we have to,
version 0.5.
Make note of it.
Hey, M Squared's moment in time. Glad to have you here.
Hitting on the hot bod. This is a special grudge match.
I think, weren't they the Suicide
Philly.
Blondes? Johnny Hotbody and Chris Candido?
Does that mean whoever wins will become the Hokie
Oh,
hero?
okay, that was safer than I thought it was. I thought it would be, rather.
I could go for one of those South Philly steak sandwiches.
I'll tell you what, you're going to see some South Philly
Look
right
at this.
here, baby.
Look at this.
Right on
Oh.
the cement canvas, Lee Marshall. Don't
Okay, yeah, they were the Suicide Blondes. That's who I thought that was the Suicide Blondes. But it could be anybody. Would I trust G.G. Allen in a ring? No, but I also wouldn't trust 911 in a ring, and they let him do it.
Like being thrown right down in the middle of the street. head first into the steel post.
That child doing security is not doing
would be
anything.
well within his rights to call for a disqualification, but perhaps because this is the special grudge match, both of these men have been...
To be honest, if G.G. Allen did wrestle in the Indies, and he did poop on his opponents, he'd probably get really over.
If you watch the game, you notice the refs let him play.
Hitman still down.
Yes, Darby Allin has reached the summit of Mount Everest. I think he's on his way. I think he's almost back down. Look at that sweet mustache on John Finnegan.
Hitman Stetson, and Stetson's busted open.
Oh shit, we got color. We got blood.
Now, there's a show of power right there, Beverly Marshall. He's going right at him. He's not happy. He doesn't even want the cover.
Well, he's already broken open.
We have what?
Right above the right eye.
I think he just like. Wait, what? For that cut?
Hotbody was going to work on that open wound. We're going to get a decision.
This match is just too violent.
I want to hear it go.
He got a paper cut on his forehead.
I don't know. And now Stetson going to town on the Hotbody.
Oh my gosh.
And now it's Johnny Hotbody thrown out of the ring.
Can't handle all this violence.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tony Stetson appears to have a headache.
a loss of blood on Tony Stetson's part. Your winner,
A loss of blood.
Loss of blood?
What the fuck? They cut off the announcers also. Like, what the fuck?
I'm sure you've got something to say to the fans out there.
This is an indie, yes. It's an indie with television. But yes, this is an indie M squared.
Ivan Koloff has always got a lot to say about everything, particularly the fact that he's Russian, particularly the fact that he was raised up to be a wrestler.
How dare he be proud of where he's from?
He is a mean, lean wrestling machine. Ivan Koloff, Russia, the Soviet Union is not the only place that builds men for sports. You're looking at a Native
talking about
American,
Canada.
now named the Ghost Dancer. And I'm going to tell you something, Ivan Koloff.
That is a sweet
something
nickname,
you haven't reckoned
I have
with.
to say.
National pride, Native American pride, and within this heart walks the pride of 1,000 generations of my people yet unborn. And I will not embarrass them, myself, or my country. Ivan Koloff,
Do a pro-life
you're big,
gimmick?
You're bad, you're strong, and you're mean. But the Ghost Dancer.
What the fuck?
Get your credit card ready and order.
Hell yeah! I'm going to interrupt all Jules Strongbow promos for fucking monster trucks.
0100 or send check or money order to Televideo, Rockefeller Station, P.O. Box 431,
I'm going to scroll up. Saw question. Rebel TX. Ever have footage from Ron Rivera's Rev Pro? I have seen some Rev Pro.
That car
Really,
will
it's
be
really
ruined.
cool, ahead of
Look
its time
closer.
shit.
Not a trace of damage because
Super
this
Dragon and
car was
Taro.
treated with the Sealitizer,
One of the
amazing
nastier
Miracle
beatings
Seal.
you'll ever see in
the
a
secret
ring.
is concentrated formula 227 that resists all the elements. Look, even spray paint won't stick. Amazing! Bubbling acid eats through metal, but even hydrochloric acid can
Hey, you know how
penetrate
we're all
the Sealatized
dumping
surface.
acid on our
Even when we
cars?
pour on hot sticky tar, the Sealatized surface wipes clean in seconds. The Sealitizer for an everlasting
God, I miss
showroom
these
finish.
days.
This
Now
one bottle
these are just
guarantees
ads.
to seal, shine, and
These aren't even
protect
ads,
for
they're
the
just
life of your
videos on
car.
TikTok.
And now only $19.95.
Credit card users call toll-free 1-800-854-4900 or send just $19.95 plus $3.50 shipping and handling to Sealitizer, Box 4400D,
Sealitizer.
07044. Or use your credit card and call now 1-800-854-4900.
Sunny Beach coming
I heard
in.
about that AI ads on Netflix. Ugh.
I mentioned this a
Here
couple of weeks ago.
comes the
He does have
creator.
an Elvis Presley smear.
Carmine DeSpirito, one and only, along with Sunny Beach.
Now, from Baltimore, I think it's WGNG or something like that.
Yeah.
680 on the dial AM.
Really?
He's got a show called Wrestling.
Brought a fucking
something like that.
boogie board to the
I
ring. Hell yeah.
All these professional radio people, all of them with wrestling shows. When do you think one of them's going to be able to be a ring announcer and not have to look down at the program?
Oh, fuck you, Lee. You hear this shit, Lee Marshall? Shitting all over radio DJs. When's one of these radio guys gonna be a real broadcaster, like a ring announcer?
I think Sonny
Got some radio DJ heat going
He's hit
on.
the gym a little harder than the last time we saw him.
Well, he ain't been going to
Not the dirty white boy, that is Sunny Beach. Hangs out on the beach in his singlet.
From the island San Juan, Puerto Rico. And on the back of his tights it says, hot. Well, we're going to find out, I guess.
The back of his tights it says hot. Because he's fucking sexy.
As you would like to think he is.
The ghost dance was a late 19th century Native American spiritual movement that centered around a ritualistic dance that was supposed to save the Native American tribes from the white man. Do you think that anybody involved in this promotion had a fucking clue?
Picks him up for the slam.
Except for him.
Nice move by Sunny Beach.
Yeah, Sunny Beach and old Herbo Turbo, Herb Abrams were buddies. Oh,
very nicely
love
done.
it.
Did you see the timing move by Sunny Beach?
The timing move.
Because Bobby Salsa going for the shoulder tackle.
Oh my God, that's Bobby Salsa of the meme.
Tripped him up.
I think
he did enhancement work for the WWF once, and the poor guy, somebody took a screen cap, and I've seen it on so many social media pages throughout the years. Bobby Salsa, that's where I recognized him from.
Sunny Beach is going to try to bring him back.
Brian does bring up a good point. Shouldn't Sunny Beach look like a lifeguard or surfer and not from fucking Vision Quest? Amateur wrestling movie?
And the creator, very smug as he's watching Sunny Beach do his day's work.
They're not quite Oh! Okay.
Good power move by Bobby
An accidental
Salsa,
beach break.
up a man 67
Like,
pounds
we're going?
heavier than he
We're going?
is.
Oh shit, we're going.
Nice arm drag by Hot Salsa, Bobby Salsa.
Oh God. Hot Salsa, Bobby Salsa.
He's called him out. He laid the boot right to his midsection there.
Oh gosh.
Sunset flip. Is he going to get him down?
Oh gosh, oh gosh.
No.
Oh, no, teabag.
All right.
Green Boy asking the real questions in the chat. Are you more of a Jefferson or a Steve guy?
Sunny Beach saying,
of course, referring
to go, baby.
Marcy's husbands, married with children. I was more of a Steve guy. Anthony Palumbo, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated, my man. Man challenge, try to make love to your girl while the Undertaker's theme is blasting.
And Beach picks him up.
I'll tell you, when you talk about a guy like
I will play his Blue Chew ad in the background.
Capabilities, and any time could get back into the ring. There's the creator right there.
Yep.
God, I love the creator. He looks like
with his creation thus far.
looks like they pulled him from a New Order concert. Old Carmine DeSpirito. Okay. Oh shit.
By Sunny Beach.
That's what that's kind of supposed to look like. Not like the last time where he just dropped him on his face.
That's not the famous swinging Southern neck breaker.
Slinging Southern neck breaker.
He calls it the wipeout, and it certainly has.
He got it.
I assume the Undertaker theme that Anthony's referring to is the classic. Yes, Willard used to team with Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. He was still very much active in the Northeast. Yes, TARDIS mechanic. That 1990, very weird time, kind of like 2001.
Your winner, Sandy Beach. We'll be right back.
You have all these like old relics hanging around, and there's nobody really there to take their spots.
The IWA heavyweight title is certainly an important one in the sport of professional wrestling, and the proof in the pudding is Lethal Larry Cameron.
That's right. Let me tell you something. Everybody know what it's all about.
Is it CAM apostrophe RON?
The IWA, and along with that.
Yeah, holy shit! I think that's the first match in like 5 or 6 where we saw somebody actually lose.
I've been a champion all my days, and let me tell you something.
Hey,
Kerry Von Erich, Junkyard Dog,
dude,
Derek
put the
Jones,
microphone closer to his mouth.
You line them up, and the lethal one will knock them down.
Why are you interviewing his
IWA
balls?
heavyweight tournament is certainly building up to be a classic one, and when Lethal Larry
Everybody's
Cameron comes
hungover
down
here.
to take that title, he's going up against the best in professional wrestling.
Why are you acting as his manager?
Lethal Larry take no prison. I believe in killing
takes no
a neck with a
presents.
sledgehammer. And you boys, I'm going to squash you like grapes.
Interviewer looks like he should be
Watch the
singing
IWA
back up for
heavyweight tournament
Diamond
right
Rio.
here
My
on
mom
Sports
fucking loved
Channel,
Diamond Rio.
IWA.
Oh, they cut a couple seconds too late. You saw him walk away awkwardly. Yeah, Lethal Larry Cameron, Anthony. He fucking rules. He was a Stampede guy. Get the whole picture with Sports Channel.
Well, I tell you what, I'm at a distinct disadvantage.
There we go.
I really don't know where
Hillbilly
Hogwaller,
cousin Luke.
Mississippi is, and I know you're an old Jersey boy, DDP. Where's the Jersey Pinelands?
Who is he wrestling?
I don't want to know what a Jersey Pinelands.
This looks like when you pick two of the same character in a video game. And one of them wears the same gear, but just slightly different color.
Mississippi, same place.
Yeah, well, that's
yeah,
good.
the security crew is the AB honor roll, the 7th grade class of the school.
New Jersey Nightmare going to work on big old
New Jersey
big
Nightmare
old
against Cousin Luke. This has nothing to do with IWA Japan or IWA Mid-South or any other IWA. To answer your question, Incident 73.
Ooh, nice knee lift by Cousin Luke. Hip toss by Luke.
This is like Cousin Luke versus a guy who saw Cousin Luke on TV and is like, shit, I can do that.
Cousin Luke still has not gotten a hold of our friend Bill Ash in Paris, Arkansas, to make him a pair of custom-made wrestling boots.
Shouting out the guy that makes the boots.
What are those old
Getting
PF
free
flyers
plugs.
US cans? Oh, they are cons. Well,
yeah, IWA just seemed to be the initials du jour.
Yeah, if you don't think this guy sharps and chops at Kmart, he is the blue light special king.
Yeah. Dressed in there with his Oshkosh by gosh.
Oshkosh by gosh.
Yep. This is every Copenhagen dipping
Only Lee Marshall would pronounce
But
it.
people love him. Cousin to Hillbilly Jim.
What makes you watch these matches?
You know what they say about
I
those
love
Tennessee Hills
weird,
cousins. They're all cousins.
weird wrestling television. Like I love the Muppet Show nature.
Are you suggesting that they all look like the kid from
A bunch
Deliverance?
of ragtag weirdos getting together and putting on a TV show. Still taking recommendations. Anybody that's a YouTube member of mine at the Armstrong Bingo level is allowed to suggest a show for us to watch. But no, typically I just kind of pop around the internet and see what's out there from this era.
I spent a lot of time on Sanibel and Captiva, don't you know?
So we're we are the Statler and Waldorf for this show. Yes, that's exactly what this is. We're just ripping that off. That's all that Twitch is.
Hate you. Can I get a picture of you two together? Is that right? That's a true story. That's a true story.
All right, so this is actually, is this New Jersey that they're in, not Florida? I feel like I've been lied to. Cousin Luke is 41 here, dressed like a 3-year-old.
You've been there. I have been there.
I have not watched a full World Wrestling Empire show,
Here we go, Luke. Oh,
but my buddy Kit of Now That's What I Call Wrestling, of his YouTube channel, I watch all of his videos.
He's out on his feet.
Double sledge and down goes the Nightmare.
And that shit looks incredible.
Big splash.
Oh my gosh.
Cousin Luke, he got him.
You know, brother, he may
Mount
have
Holly, New Jersey.
but that surely was no
Casual villainy. Thank you for upping your prime sub.
But
You
the bottom
rule.
line,
Thank
he's got his
you.
work cut out here in the IWA. Let's go back to this replay. You catch a crushing hammer.
See, if this were like a real, like a good stream, I would change the graphic, but I'm not. Herb Prentice fucking rules. He is the patron saint of Off the Grid.
Catfish splash, baby.
Catfish splash, baby.
A lot of catfish
We'll
went
be
into
back
that.
after these impotent
Cultural
messages.
appropriation. Called by Scuffle and Hillbilly.
The IWA
Oh
Tag Team
shit.
Tournament, one of the members in the
Laurie
tournament,
Sharp
Pretty Boy
with his
Larry Sharp's
Pitbulls.
world famous Pitbull Express.
Oh, the Pitbull Express. We've seen them before on Off the Grid. In the NAWA, aka South Atlantic.
Because that's where we're gonna go after.
Twitch stream Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Bowens, Killer Bees, Heartbreakers, Top Guns, Executioners, and Hearts.
They're just name dropping all the random generic tag team names that one does when, like, you have actors doing wrestling promos on TV shows. Yeah, these are definitely. This is an old man with his doms.
One more. Don't be embarrassed because we'll be in your backyard.
This is a sex thing, absolutely. He would pay them to. I'm just saying in real life, but he would. It definitely gave off vibes of I pay these guys to beat me up.
Currently in the ring at this time, at a total combined weight of
Emolition.
450 pounds.
Holy shit! Welcome
First,
back,
I'd like
Cecil.
to introduce Ray Odyssey.
Hey, Surfer Ray Odyssey.
And
I
his partner,
watched him drop
Chris
kick a ring
the
post.
Edge Evans.
Oh, Cliff the Edge, or Chris the Edge Evans, Cliff the Edge, whatever. He looks so cool. Those are the ECW Pitbulls.
All right.
At a total combined weight of 517 pounds.
Oh, jeez.
From the kennels of
Yeah, they
Camden,
fired
New
the child,
Jersey.
Joe
Accompanied to the ring by
Hartgood,
their
or Joe
manager,
Goodhart,
Pretty boy Larry Sharp, the
is back on the mic.
Well, I'll tell you, I thought I saw the last of Pretty Boy Larry Sharp a couple of years ago.
I think I've
But
seen
he's
Buzzkill
brought
on
this
YouTube.
team back from the kennels at
I know what you're
Camden,
talking about,
NJ.
casual villainy.
This is what he's talking about, Marshall.
Oh, God.
I think it's going to be a bad day for the beach for these boys.
I think you're right.
Was YouTube
the last
popular?
time
Yes,
we saw Ray
YouTube were
Odyssey
huge
a
at
number
this
of years
time.
ago, when you and I were down in the South in Memphis and Kentucky. Remember we saw Odyssey? He's
They had to
put on a
worry
little
about
weight
child
since then, but he
labor
looks like
laws.
he's gotten a whole
They had to
lot
have a
goofier.
teacher on set.
God, I didn't think that was him.
That's Ray Odyssey. That's right.
Bill Alfonso, I do not believe Bill Alfonso works for the IWA. He could have,
The
though.
last time
He was
you and I
available.
did commentary on a Ray Odyssey match.
Can't be the same guy,
I'm telling you, that's Ray Odyssey, skinny kid from the South. Obviously
Skinny
spent a
kid
little
from the
time out at
South. Way to
Surf
hype
City.
him up.
Got his O'Neill wetsuit on.
He's going to sweat to death.
He's gonna sweat to
I
death.
don't know.
This is the steroid version of a cat girl
When I saw
cafe.
this kid, he was a heck of a wrestler.
Yeah. He was just coming up and looking good.
Bargain
Chris the
basement
Edge
buddy
Evans, we've seen
road.
him before.
I think he's
That is Larry
taking
Sharp,
everybody
yes.
wipeouts,
The guy who started the Monster
dude. I think I'll
Factory.
hit it and turn on
The guy who broke Bam Bam Bigelow, amongst
dude.
others, into the
Well, I'll
industry.
tell you, I don't envy any team that
Yeah,
gets
it's
in
Ray-
there
why isn't Ray
with a
Odyssey with
Pitbull
Sunny
Express
Beach?
Or any team that's got
That
anything
man
to
is
do
pissed
with the
off.
lunatic, Pretty boy, Larry Sharp.
Red Wolf Sam says, I'm so glad
And
as a
that
black
Sharp out there
man
with the whistles.
that the Pitbulls are white.
The dog
Yes, that's
whistles,
a
if
rare
you will. Reversal
win
by Odyssey. Drop down
on
by
that front
Odyssey.
in 90s pro
Nice
wrestling.
move by Ray Odyssey. Another drop
Ray
down.
Odyssey was talented. He
Drop
just
kick, yeah.
had a gimmick that
That's
stopped
it. He
working
is the
after
same
about
Ray
1993.
Odyssey. Looking good. Hey, we may have sold this tag team a little short.
I didn't know that we were talking about, dude.
The audio, did DP call him like a slur or something? Yeah, a lot of this crew was from ECW. Any thoughts on Fourth Rope Wrestling? I've not watched it. I think it's real. Oh, they went the wrong way on that. That was really fucking weird that for the culture this year was like half white dudes because West Side Gun booked it. But again, that's as a white dude, I can't really be outraged by that shit because that's not my conversation to be having. But
I don't know if
West
you've
Side Gun
noticed it,
booked
but
some
look at
decent
Ray
dudes
Odyssey's feet.
for Fourth Rope
He's got a
Wrestling.
wrestling boot on his
Isaiah
right
Broner
foot.
fucking rules.
And some kind of goofy.
I'm glad Violence is Forever we're getting on those shows. Don't get the Enzo obsession, but
Did
hey.
I notice it? He lit this place up, Odyssey.
Yeah, he sure did.
The Dynamite Dudes is a serious
there you
meth
see
habit. Those are
what we're
some
talking
sweet
about.
ass chucks.
And now the Pitbull Express going to work on Ray Odyssey.
Again, why does
what a
nobody on these shows
superb
understand the
drive
point
by
of a
Ray
fucking
Odyssey.
squash match?
Wow.
He had to leave Tennessee in a hurry, brother. Right to L.A.
Yeah,
I'm
Surfer
telling
Ray
you.
Odyssey. That's because there was like 30 guys wrestling between the WWF and WCW in 1992. So you had to fill that thing with indie guys.
And I take back.
Why is face announcer Lee Marshall burying Odyssey's gimmick?
I mean, he's dressing
I don't know, he's grumpy.
He's still goofy, but say,
not sell him short. To tell you the truth, the Edge
Adam, or
last 2
not
weeks
Adam
over pretty
Evans,
strong.
Chris the Edge here loves that shitty small package.
Anytime you see a team managed by that lunatic.
Oh, shit.
The guy who calls himself the
Oh,
Pretty Boy.
he punched him right in the ear.
Monster Factory,
That had to
Mr.
suck.
Sharp.
A lot of
You talk
surfer
about
gimmicks at this point.
To
yes.
use the statement of my partner, you're going to see a couple of guys that are B-A-double-D bad.
B-A-double-D bad.
No, I gave you attribution.
90% of these guys are enhancement wrestlers with the big T at this time. Can Ace Jobber squash a jobber? The human centipede of wrestling.
Still to come tonight, Derek Starfire Dukes and the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff. Pitbull Express setting Chris the Edge.
Derek Starfire Dukes is such a sweet name.
Double reverse suplex.
Did you catch that? Sharp.
Larry Sharp at ringside, like, I cannot wait for these guys to get me home and whip me and tell me I'm such a bad, bad boy.
Is that right?
Got one right here in Camden, New Jersey.
Oh, man.
Cherry Hill. And now they got one in Ohio.
Yep.
Ah.
When you watch professional wrestling, if you want to see, you know, the guys that play by the rules, and there's a real good chance that they were trained
Oh,
by
just
Bert
elbowed him right in the
Godwin.
nuts in front of the ref. Why
If you see guys that
not?
are rough and tough and eat raw meat and snarl and spit and have no regard for the rule book, chances are they came out of Sharp's Monster Factory.
You know,
Larry Sharp feeds his wrestlers raw meat.
Oh, I know it. Well, you think Bam Bam Bigelow's some kind of choir boy?
He was, you know, me and him, I'm glad you mentioned that, because me and him were ushers at one time. We were, you know, the deal with the priest and all that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Of course not. Don't be ridiculous.
Of those, like, 4 strikes, I think one of them connected, or looked like it connected, from Adam the Edge.
One of the Pitbull #1 got
There's
himself
Sharp
in a bad
yelling.
predicament here.
Ray Odyssey in the ring now. Odyssey going to town. Wow.
Yeah, is he is Larry Sharp the Liver King of 1990s wrestling? I think this is the referee that was really shitty with that count out earlier. Where might a person acquire the attire that Larry Sharp has chosen this evening? I believe the Atlantic City Goodwill.
Over the edge. Oh. Did you see that stiff-arm clothesline?
That stiff-arm clothesline.
Sharp yelling at him to get up, but I don't think he's
The
going
boner
anywhere.
Why do
move.
you ask me those ridiculous questions? Did I see that stiff arm drag? Of course I saw it.
Stiff arm drag.
I try to keep it easy with you. You know who's buried in
Here
Grants
comes
too?
the Edge. Here comes the Edge trying to catch it up here. He tried a valiant effort, but
I kind of like Adam the
not valiant
Edge.
enough. Larry Sharp
Seems like a
asked
guy
him,
that would have been a
"Where you going,
deathmatch
boy?"
wrestler if he came around 20 years later. Oh my God, C. Brett Miller. That sounds like it would have been awful. Ray Odyssey against Primo Carnera III. That guy was the shits.
Into the ropes goes the Edge. Looking for the sunset flip. Sharp going back to the whistle.
Larry's feeding these guys raw chicken so they give everybody salmonella.
Sharp has with the Pitbull Express when he pulls that whistle.
Why don't you ask him? I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I have no idea why this is a competitive match. Again, I don't think anybody in this promotion knows what an actual squash match is. Why is Chris the Edge bumping these guys? There are no tag ropes in the IWA because Ray Odyssey's just walking up and down the apron like a madman.
Evans is trying to
How do you like that,
out to
Shirley?
Sharp says,
I
what do you
fucking
think
love
of
that.
How do you like it now?
You can hear Larry Sharp all the way over here, clear as crystal bell.
That's right. But you know, he had a comment, Larry Sharp. He said, how do you like looking at real
That's a good point,
wrestlers?
Cecil, since so many of these guys were enhancement guys for like WWF TV.
Faces all painted up.
They only know what a squash match
These boys
is.
didn't come out here looking all goofy and talking stupid.
So like this is their time to like get their shit in.
And to tough it out.
But also they don't know how to like put together an actual match.
I don't know what you're talking about. We got Odyssey
It's
over there
very
looking
confusing.
stupid, talking goofy. but again, they are managed by
Yeah, Fonzie stole the whole whistle thing from Larry Sharp.
1, 2.
Larry did predate the coach John Cobus, yes.
He saw Odyssey coming. Odyssey was going to take his head
If Chris the Edge was a deathmatch guy, what would be the weapon he would bring out with him? Probably.
Weight on him.
He'd probably just be one of those guys that like carries a chair and like hits themselves in the head with it, like Necro Butcher used to.
Oh, big knee right to the midsection. That could have taken the wind and the fire right out of Chris the Edge.
When people like shit on spot fests for like not having a story and just being random ass moves, this is an actual fucking random match. They're just doing moves
He did. He grabbed him by the hair
to fill the time.
I think he pulled a clump of it out.
There's no congruent story. See, yeah, he just got back up and started doing his punches.
I mean, this kid's needle is on empty, but he's still throwing right hands. Wow. I'm impressed.
See, that was supposed to be like I think the cutoff for the hot tag. Even though there was like a hot tag 3 tags ago.
What's this? Shoulder breaker, and down goes Evans. And again, Larry Sharp with that whistle. Ray Odyssey charging the ring.
This match is a mess. I love that we just completely missed the second rope elbow. This does feel like an AI match. That's a great call, Rudrick.
Good night.
I tell you, I got to take back what I said at the beginning of this match.
God, that was a mess.
I'm telling you, I want to see a rematch.
Lukewarm tag. No, Lee Marshall, no.
I mean,
check out the Pitbull strut. Check out the Pitbull strut.
All right.
Lee Marshall's like, I want to see a rematch. We're in fucking Guantanamo Bay?
I was taking back what I said about, let's go to that instant replay.
Yeah, I want to see this again, too. The People's Choice. Give me a break, Sharp.
I need a jacket that says People's Choice.
Here you see him going right into that shoulder.
Lee Marshall, much like Larry Sharp, into torture.
And it is academic from this point. Odyssey and Evans making a good accounting.
Yeah, the match was academic after Ray Odyssey broke up a pin. What?
Did not come in there. This never would have happened.
Are we drunk?
Coming off the top rope, crushing the man for the blow. There it was academic. We'll be back after these impotent messages. Get your old lady to get your appear.
These impotent messages.
Ivan Koloff some words regarding Doric Starfire Dukes.
Doric?
I don't know a lot about this
Wait.
man. All what I hear.
You can't, just because he's black, you can't call him Dark Boot or Dark Dude.
I hear he lets sparks out when he comes to the ring. And his record is astounding. Well, Duke.
Derek.
I'm going to show you a lesson in wrestling. You want to challenge Ivan Koloff? My contract is open for anybody.
My contract is open.
On the dotted line.
I love the idea that in wrestling you just print up a generic contract and just anybody can walk up and sign it.
And you see, I'm out to prove I am the greatest. And Duke is going to be at your expense.
Duke singular.
Whenever you step in the ring,
fucking Pat Patterson.
Pull, I'm going to push. I'm going to twist. Whatever limb of body I choose to grab.
Whatever limb of body I choose.
For your career, whenever I put you out of wrestling altogether.
The Dukester takes on a legend. Coming up next. I would love to know what an independent wrestling match contract would look like.
Of fitness, health.
You think Larry Sharp watched this commercial and was like, man, I want this guy to ravage me.
And power. It's the era of solo wrestling. Become a part of it.
I thought he only had one leg for a minute.
For a free brochure.
Motorsports fans, hold on to your seat. Get ready for
Oh shit, I'm a motorsports fan. I love crashes and spills.
This new home video is packed with the most
Ivan was able to kayfabe that he was Russian because Americans, and I include myself, are fucking stupid. Solo flex or solo sex? Brian asking the important questions.
To finish, it's the best of the best. We put together the most spectacular spills.
Hell yeah.
Flying, hardest driving, burr-busting,
This is what YouTube took away from
us.
us.
Video. Let your VCR bring the most exciting entertainment on 2 wheels into your living room. There's never been anything like it.
Now you just throw up TikTok and look for car wrecks. Find all sorts. Back in my day, you had to spend $20 and wait 6 weeks to get an hour of them.
New York, New York.
Monster Maniacs, just when you thought it was
oh
safe
shit!
To put on your VCR.
Hell yeah!
United States Hot Rod Association blasts into your living room with the biggest.
I think I might have had this tape.
Video spectacular ever. It's Monsters of Rock.
I did have this tape when I was a kid. It fucking ruled. It was just like music videos of monster trucks doing crazy things. Wow, Yankee Hawk looked up the 800 number and it's now the phone number for U.S. Bank. I will be right back. I need to use the restroom.
High-flying supercross action, funny car tug-of-wars, and more. Meet Voria, the 200-mile-per-hour jet dragster that turns into a 2-story tall flame-throwing robot. Don't be fooled by imitations. Monsters of Rock and Roar is not available in stores. Order now before it's too late.
To order, call 1-800-624-7300. That's 1-800-624-7300. Or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $3.75 shipping to this address.
Ivan Koloff!
And Ivan Koloff in there with my broadcast partner, Diamond Dallas Page.
From Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 242 pounds, Derek Starfire Dukes!
And there's the young man originally from Boston, now out of Minneapolis, Starfire Derek Dukes. You know, I know I'm really just kind of setting myself up for abuse here.
Then don't show how ignorant you really are, right?
I just have one question.
Of course.
Are you managing the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff? I mean,
are you talking to me?
Listen.
Are you talking to...
There's an old saying, Dallas. The camera doesn't lie. The camera caught you speaking with Ivan Koloff. Were you giving him advice?
So what is that, a crime?
No. I'm just asking you. What is asking you if you're managing him the crime?
Why don't you pay attention? We have a serious match here underway.
Yeah, tell me. We're talking about a guy that's been a thorn under your saddle for a long time, Derek Starfire Dukes.
Now there was the classic drop toe hold, the way exactly it's supposed to be done.
Very nicely done. And you see the experience of the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff, getting out of the ring, getting himself into the ropes, the referee with no other option but for the call for the break.
I'll tell you what, I know for a fact, and the one thing I'm going to point out here, that Koloff wants a piece of. Who does he want a piece of?
All right, I am back.
Who does he want to see back here in the IWA?
What, you talking about Bruno Sammartino?
I've been holding it up P for 2 hours.
His nephew Nikita Koloff?
I'm not even going to talk to you about this.
I felt it about to come out all over my underwear. Almost peed myself for you guys, but I'm like, no.
Would like a piece
This is not that kind of stream. Yes, I did take a Derek Dukes.
Into the corner.
At least it wasn't a Dukester.
How do you talk about Bruno Sammartino, who Koloff beat for the WWF
I believe this is our main event. I believe this is the last
WWF champion Bob Backlund.
We will be watching tonight.
Here with Ivan Koloff.
Love to.
Oh, yeah.
Well, where is he?
Last time I saw Bob Backlund was probably almost 5 years ago.
No problem, Ryan. That's the premium stream. That's the $500 tier. That type of stream.
By Starfire Derek Dukes.
Hello. Nothing irritates me more than when a guy looks to the fans and
Yes,
shows
Holding P does cause
personal
bladder
pain
issues.
to another wrestler.
Thank you, Derek.
Some of my favorite guys, they just
I risk bladder issues for all of you. The wonderful
I'm thinking of a man that you used to manage.
members of the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club, aka the chat.
Would like one more shot at Derek Dukes.
First of all, stand at attention when you mention the Colonel.
I understand, yeah.
Okay.
This is wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, like it says on the marquee outside.
This is wrestling, you know.
The greatest right here.
Laying down with the old pretend Russian. Oh shit!
What do you mean upstart?
Armbar.
This man came just like a heartbeat away from taking
See, 2025 guys, I just want them to
the
lock
World Tag
fingers.
Team Championship away from a team that you used to manage called Bad Company.
First of all,
yes,
there's no such thing as close. Okay?
Yeah, Ivan
hand grenades, horseshoes,
doing his
close.
Brazilian
Wrestling,
jiu-jitsu.
There's no such word.
Yep. All right.
He's the one who trained the
Right.
Gracies.
I stand corrected. Hammerlock by the Russian bear.
Oh gosh, he tried to reverse, and Ivan's like, nope. I'm gonna make you look real silly.
Here it is.
He goes for the snap, and he got it. Reverse chin lock. Oh, there's that.
Imagine if Derek Duke tried doing all this with 911 from the second episode. Oh.
I'll tell you, it's quite obvious that both of these guys are serious as a heart attack.
Ivan was American, I believe. I think he's a North Carolinian. Yeah, Derek Dukes. Again, I highly recommend TNT did a documentary series
Trying to take away one of the main points of
about weird pop culture controversies, and one of them was about the Derek Dukes, or about Mark Gastineau, and they mentioned Derek Dukes taking a bump from, oh shit. Was he from Montreal? He kind of looks like a Vachon. But maybe. All them Quebecers looks the same, except for Daddy Magic.
Oh, he looks amazing.
He's from Canada, okay. Worked me.
He's asking the referee to
I love these
clarify the
shitty
rules,
little
and
forearms.
in the meantime, he's absolutely choking.
Uncle Ivan was Canadian. There's no fucking way Ivan Koloff was 6'1".
No, I'm calling that a reverse chin lock, but earlier
Born
he
in
had his
Montreal,
hands on
raised in
his throat.
Ontario.
I mean,
Thank the
that's
season.
clean, what you're seeing right there.
I think Nigel and FTR will be fun.
That is just
Nigel's still pretty good.
Koloff taking the referee out of position.
But unfortunately, it'll probably be in that spot on the pay-per-view.
So what are you saying?
As great as AEW pay-per-views are, there's always one match.
Look at
And
the
like
forehead on Ivan Koloff. You think that head
the
has been running
third
to a few
quarter of the
ring
show, that's like, why the fuck are we watching this? The show is so long. And it's always technically fine, but we all just want to go to
I
bed.
mean, you can look at that's obviously.
Yep.
I mean, years and years of him wrestling in the ring, if you will.
That's right.
Wrestling in the ring, you will, if you will.
Oh, you hear that? He said, you're a liar.
You're a stinking liar. God, we need to bring that back. Heels yelling at baby faces. You're a stinking liar. Like a fucking second grader. I love it.
They're locked up.
You know, Dukes is looking for the years of, he set him up. I think he knew Koloff was going to get him.
Up.
Wow. Oh, atomic drop.
Atomic drop. Oh, that was a good drop kick. Look at that.
Flying drop kick by
Ivan Koloff's last match was in 2013.
Another right
Poor
hand.
guy.
Into the ropes goes Ivan Koloff. Back body drop by Starfire Derek Dukes. Dukes down for the cover. He's got him. Kick out at one.
Derek Dukes, 25 years old here, according to Yankee Hawk.
Standing arm wringer. Boot to the midsection by the Russian bear.
Oh,
right
shit.
hand says Starfire Derek Dukes reeling.
Trying to rip his jowls out there.
Trying to rip his jowls out.
That's because he was lying before.
Makes sense. Solid psychology.
Fingernails across the back
Who would play DDP in a movie? DDP.
Koloff wrestling with a vengeance
DDP
here.
would find a way to play DDP in his movie. Hey! Ivan Koloff did Sonny Beach's move correctly.
Neckbreaker and a spinning southern neckbreaker.
Dropping the big
Why does he call it the spinning southern neckbreaker?
I'll tell you what.
Like he's like it's fucking Fire Pro. He can't use the shake, rattle, and roll. So he's like, shit, well, Honky Tonk Man's southern.
Tremendous right hand by Derek Starfire Dukes.
Who would play Ivan Koloff? Any number of old man actors.
And Dukes says, here we go.
I don't quite know.
And he's left Koloff limp in the corner. Oh, rake of the eyes by Ivan Koloff.
Peter
Koloff's
Stormare.
another one of those guys with those coconut heads, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's definitely 5'9". He's not 6'1". Look at that bump. Whoa.
That huge red boot worn by Ivan Koloff. Knee drop by Koloff. This could be it for Dukes.
He's like trying to kill him.
That's a pinning combination there.
Koloff doesn't always worry about the pin. A lot of times he just wants to come out here and kick somebody around for a while.
Judging by this match, I understand how they figured out that Derek Dukes took a fake bump from Destiny.
Of one Derek Starfire Dukes. Double chop and down goes Derek Dukes.
That's the loudest Mongolian chop I've ever heard.
That hurt me.
That's what the Pitbull Express does to Larry Sharp after the show. Talking some shit to Tank Top camera operator.
Ivan could be moving in for the kill here.
Crushing.
Clothesline, a version of the Russian sickle. 1, 2. Whoa, kick out by Derek Dukes.
Oh, I wonder what nephew Nikita thought of that.
You're right. I
finish.
agree with you. What a move by Dukes.
Will somebody do a job?
He got him. He got him.
2.
Nope.
Oh. Ivan Koloff with a crushing headbutt. But it looks like that could have hurt Koloff as well.
Oh, God. Oh, no. I get it. The
We've known
stereotype.
for some time. Derek Dukes has got a rock hard
Fuck's
head.
sake. Ooh. Yeah, the one guy chanting USA.
Dukes, but winds up hurting himself more. Into the turnbuckle goes Starfire.
Oh, shit.
Move by Dukes, he's got it.
Clean drop? Nope.
This has been one wrestle.
What's going to cause the double DQ in this match?
Next week we got Lethal Larry Cameron going to be back here. We've got the Junkyard Dog, Kerry Von Erich, and the Wild Samoans against the Pitbulls.
What a
Shit. I should have picked that show to watch.
Sports Channel America.
IWA Championship Wrestling.
Championship Wrestling.
He's missing a clothesline. He's running them in.
Up.
Heads up move by Koloff. He's going to get with a clothesline.
That's the deal. There we go.
Vertical body press.
Look at that. We got a clean job. Hey. Ivan Koloff did a clean job. Good on him.
Oh my, here they coming. They're coming down.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, good thing that headbutts had a fucking point. And not just, oh shit, I forgot I'm wrestling a black guy. We gotta do his thing.
Oh, God.
Ivan's gotta get his heat back, though.
Insane. He can't believe he lost
Oh my God, if they do a table spot. Oh shit.
He's punishing Dukes. He's punishing him for the victory.
Somebody has got to get out here. Somebody has got to get out here and get Koloff off of Dukes.
Oh, he's choking him with a chair. We've got
Someone's calling 911. The children are separating these two. All right, so that's it. Before we go, like I mentioned earlier, the members only Not Quite Wrestling stream that I do once a month. Normally it's on Sundays. It's not on a Sunday this week or this month due to that fucking Tony Khan putting a pay-per-view on my Sunday once again. So we're gonna do it Friday night, 9 p.m. And here for YouTube members only. If you want to watch this, join at the Erotic Eric Fontaine tier or up. Here's what we're watching Friday night for Not Quite Wrestling. Oh, not that.
Player number 1, Lois Rust of Evansville, is a retired school teacher. Lois says since she retired, she hasn't slowed down a bit. She's an active bridge player and a member of the Optimissus Club.
All right. Can you hear me? There we go. There I am. So that has been the show for tonight. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me for the last 2.5 hours. If you're on Twitch, I'll be back Tuesday night live at 9 p.m. Eastern for WCW Deep Cuts Live. And again, for YouTube members only, I'm back Friday nights, 9 p.m. for Not Quite Wrestling, where we're going to watch Who's Your Millionaire? We all fell in love with the local nature of last month's stream, Bowling for Dollars, so I'm going to take it one step further. We're nowhere near the wrestling genre. But anyway, again, thank you all so much to everybody across all the platforms watching tonight. Y'all are the best. I appreciate y'all greatly. It's been a great hang. My name is Tom. This has been Off the Grid. It's 10:30. I mean, you can go to bed if you want. I'm not gonna make you. I ain't your dad. Do what you want, but I don't know. Make sure you eat breakfast tomorrow.